Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool. City lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless reading but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? You know, before we get into this video, I just want to say that people in 2026 will do anything for clout, right? Clout is the new drug. New crack cocaine is clout, you know? And attention is a disease. And just Pearly thing has, you know, she's probably been getting a lot of clout for so long. Now that, you know, her clout is gone, I guess she's trying to regain the momentum, but it's too late. And she's trying to do it by throwing black people under the bus. All black women date more black criminals and this and that than any other woman, and 1 in 3 black men are felonies, and this just manipulating stats to get a rise out of the blacks and catch the eyes of the whites. So basically, she's trying to change her audience, right? Because her being red pills, a lot of her support came from black men and a little bit of white men, a little bit of Asian, but mainly black men. But black men because she has, I guess, ran off a lot of her black co-workers because she wasn't paying them right, or she was conflict of interest. So she probably started, losing her black male support. So now she's trying to get in attack mode, and her attack mode changed like 2 times, right? First time she was black woman, right? To get, the rise from, or get the attention of the black guys. And then she started just saying black people. Black guys are criminals. Blah, blah, blah. More than anybody. So she just did, that's the second time. So now she's just said, fuck it, I'm throwing everybody under the bus. Because now she's trying to show the white people that, hey, y'all come support me because I'm no longer getting support or want support from the black people. So she's throwing us under the bus, or trying to throw us under the bus, to get clout, to get back in, get that money back coming in. But then she's making some critical errors, because now, black people, we got some dogs in this space, right? We got some dogs in the space. You got the lead attorney. He cold, right? You cannot. He's just on the next level when it comes to these type of debates. He's going to be very level and very strong on his your position, meaning he's going to make you prove your position beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond, so you're not going to be able to pull the wool over his eyes, right? He's an attorney, right? This is what attorneys do, right? They go in to courtrooms and the district attorney's trying to pull the wool over everybody's eye, and the attorneys are there to uncover the wool. So they know all the tricks of the game. So when Pearly's trying to do the same manipulation of statistics on the lead attorney, he just asks a simple question. And it was pretty much over after that. So let's get into it. Pearly things is just, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Wow. Okay. So we're going to look at the LaPeeve network, right? We're going to look at the LaPeeve network where this all started at, right? Well, actually started on Fatty's channel, but where it led to, where it kind of took its resurface, I would say. Because Fatty and them had a debate. The same thing happened. And she kind of, in the Fatty debate, she was kind of making it more about the women. But when she comes on LaPeeve, she just made it more about Black people in general.
About things that I see, it was like one of the answers was, well, that's because white people did this and you don't understand because they did this, and that's why Black people do this and you can't speak on it because you're not Black.
The preemptive cloak of victimhood is giving me fatigue. Like, I think that's very exhausting. I'm fatigued with that.
I'm fatigued further with the attitude. You see, she's so polite. Attitude from the Black
girl. I think
she's not even giving you attitude, and Pretty can definitely give some attitude.
I mean, because I was rudely interrupted, it's okay. I did it too. The attitude. Chill out.
The phrase Black fatigue was originally coined in 2020 by Mary Frances Winters, a Black author from New York. She was inspired to explore the concept after hearing the same phrase come up again and again from Black millennials. "I'm tired," they kept on saying. The exhaustion wasn't just physical. It ran deep, tied to emotion, history, and identity. In her book, Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit, she explains that the original meaning of the term was about the centuries-long toll of the systematic racism passed down through generations. Now, that was the original definition, but now the term has taken on a completely new meaning.
Now to Black fatigue, it has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and Black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some Black people.
It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, Black people, Hispanic people are saying we have Black fatigue because of the behavior of some Black people, we've all seen it. We all know what it is. It's everywhere.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I just want to be honest. Like, every single time that we have this type of conversation, I can't speak honestly. I can't, because every time I speak, I get told to shut up. I'm not Black. I don't understand why they do the things that they do. If I speak on my observations, I'm seen as hateful. If I speak on pattern recognition, I'm seen as hateful or racist. I don't think that this is a proper panel for me to speak on those options, on those topics. I would love to, but every time that I want to bring out a problem or an issue, it turns into something that is not fruitful. I didn't know what the topic was before I came on, JR. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you can speak on it.
No, we did this last time.
Really? We made it
last time. No, I mean, we did this last time. I mean, I can't. I mean, I don't even want to speak on it because
I would like to know what would you say is one of the problems that you observe, Amir? If you're saying there's a problem.
True, you weren't here the last time, or maybe you were. We talked about it briefly, and all I did was speak about what we see. And then as soon as I spoke about things that I see, it was like one of the answers was, well, that's because white people did this, and you don't understand because they did this, And that's why Black people do this, and you can't speak on it because you're not Black. So you don't know. So I don't.
The preemptive cloak of victimhood is giving me fatigue. Like I think that's very exhausting. I'm fatigued with that.
I'm fatigued further with the attitude. You see, she's so polite. Attitude from the Black.
Girl, I think
she's not even giving you attitude, and Pretty can definitely give some attitude, and she ain't even giving it to you. But the fact that you're talking while they're talking, while the fact that you have an average, I could kill you easily with the stats and history, because this is the thing about that's annoying me about you, because we all know that Black people have a lot of issues. We're from the hood. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I live.
Be honest about it.
Can I finish talking, please? This is your expression why we're upset, because the fact that you think that you're a white woman with 2 million subscribers coming to a Black channel, you think that we're supposed to bow to you as you think that you're the face of intelligence on this panel, but you're not. We're gonna let you talk, sweetheart. Just wait. So what I'm saying is, white folks, we all know Black people have a lot of issues. It's given. I grew up in the inner city. I've seen the dangers of gangs. I've seen the drama of single parent households. It's not nothing to be proud of. It's terrible. But everything has a chronological order. And one thing about being an American, America loves and values and cherishes history. This country values history. They remind you all the time about the Civil War. They remind you all the time about the Gettysburg Address. They remind you all the time about how this country was founded and how the great forefathers of the past, all cultures venerate their history. So let's not pretend that history has no place on the current time. There's a difference between making excuses and saying how things came about. You build a house, you build your foundation, then you build the walls. It's a chronological order, then you have a house. Black people in this country have been attacked when they behave their best. So for you to make claims as if our behavior is a direct correlation with how we're treated by Europeans, there's no precedence for that, because we have proof that when we did behave a certain way, when we did carry ourselves at the highest levels of civility, we were just not disagreed with, not ostracized, murdered. So if we were murdered when we behaved at our best, that's evidence that our behavior is not what dictates the negative response from Europeans. But you want to talk about numbers, so I'm gonna read some to you.
Hey, you gotta wrap it up.
I just want to read this real quick, JR. These, because she loved to bring up numbers. These are stats from sexual abuse offenses. 93.5% of individuals sentenced for sexual abusers were men. 55.1% were white. 15.2% were Hispanic, 13.9% were Black, 13% were Native American, and 2.8% were other races. 67% of individual cases involving production of child pornography were white. 55%. Hold on, sweetheart.
You've been talking forever.
55.6% of individual cases involving travel for prohibited sexual contact were white. 60.5% of individual cases involved in criminal abuse were Native American. 85% of individual.
And this is where she tries to interject. Hey, what's up, Zyrax? Top of the morning. Yeah, well, this is where, Pearly things, she doesn't want to, and this is where the clout, right? Clout chasing becomes her endeavor, right? She's chasing clout because she's trying to get back on top, and she's trying to do it by throwing Black people on the bus. But now Black people are fighting back with the same stats that she brought up. She wants to interrupt because she wants to dominate the narrative. And it just, to me, this is just a failed attempt. That's all. It's a failed attempt.
Cases involving statutory rape.
We gotta wrap it up, Ella.
I'm just saying, you get the gist of it, because I got information.
I'll just say the difference.
But it's not about being racist.
Ella.
All right, go ahead. All you can do is laugh. I ain't lying.
The difference. Yeah, see, that's again.
Pearl, 30 seconds. Pearl, 30 seconds.
White people don't get offended by laughing and smiling. That's just basic respect, decorum, politeness.
I'm not offended by it.
No, y'all definitely get offended when you hear that.
That's actually micro. That's
Hold on,
microaggression.
Hold on.
Let it go.
Let Pearl get up 30 seconds and let's
The
put a
second
bowl.
thing is, I think as an adult, you are responsible for your behavior. So I wouldn't blame that on history. I would blame it on your poor life choices if you're somebody that's made a poor life choice. And because I was rudely interrupted, it's okay. I did it too. The attitude. Chill out. Chill out.
Ella, let her finish so we can go ahead and get the ball. Ella, just mute up, Ella.
That's all right. He could go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Bo.
I'm always on the right side, Zyrax. I'm always on the right side. You tell me I'm glad you're on the right side. I'm always on the right side, Zyrax. You just don't like when I call out the truth because you can't handle the truth. You don't know the truth. Yeah. But this is what in general, in my opinion, this is what Pearly thinks is the example of what women do. Zara, I'm glad that you. It doesn't mean you have this conversation. I'm glad it's just me and you, because then now I don't have to. I got you where I want you. This is what women do, right? When they get ready to destroy a family, like divorce or whatever, instead of them standing 10 toes down on, look, I just tired of this nigga, I don't want him no more, they blame the man. They blame the man. And listen, Zyrox, let me make this clear. I want you to let this sink in. I'm not mad about the woman's progression, forward attitude of wanting to be all they can be. Be all you can be, boo. But stand 10 toes down on it. Don't point the finger. Embrace it. Embrace your behavioral, let's say, your bad behaviors that you're exhibiting. So if you're divorcing your family because you're just unhappy, just say, because I was just motherfucking unhappy. Just say, I just didn't feel like dealing with this shit no more, and I'm gone. Don't turn around and say, oh, because he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that, he did this, man ain't shit, this. That's the problem I have with women. Just stand 10 toes down on whatever you believe in. And that is, if you're tired of someone, you don't want to be with them no more. Or if you don't like the way a person is, say, I just don't like them, do no more, and I'm leaving them. Because a lot of times, you right, they try to play the victim. Oh, he wasn't listening to me. Just say I couldn't have my way, and because he's not listening to me and I can't have my way, that's enough. If the man be with me, he has to listen to me. I want you to tell the judge that. Okay, cool. I tell the judge that. Just keep it 10 toes down. Stand on business. That's all I'm saying to women. Don't try to blame other races. Don't try to blame men. Don't try to blame other women. As an individual woman, you stand on whatever you stand on. Stand on it, boo-boo. Be gangster about your shit. But the moment you point fingers and blame everything on everybody else, this is disingenuous.
Never get cool enough.
Yeah. You ain't running shit.
Okay, great. Good God. So now I forgot the question. Oh, how do I feel about the word black fatigue? So when I hear it, I just hear literally my entire existence. It's being the safe light skin that's got to hear, you ain't like them other ones. You don't speak like them other ones. You don't act like them other ones. And I'm just like, that's what I hear when I think about black fatigue. I am tired of them skating by and not taking accountability for the fact that they don't have to know anything about racism, the structure of it, how we have to live our lives going through it. They're not required to know it. So then they're like a bull in a china shop every single day, going through life, just knocking people over at free will whenever they get a chance. And not having to apologize about it, yet still playing the victim, because don't get mad because I done came in here and knocked all this shit over. You just got to deal with it. So now you got an attitude, and I'm gonna call out your attitude for something that I created. And I personally call that the white woman syndrome, where they create the problems and then cry about what they did, and the reaction to it. But the internalized oppression that Black people have, they hate what they've been told to hate. They buy into the stereotypes that white people said. So that's kind of what has me tired as well. And that is what I think of when I think about Black fatigue. It is having to be responsible for someone else's creation. Like having to pay for something that someone else did. Being responsible your entire existence, generation after generation. That's what I think of.
Yeah. So, I mean, one, I would say the term Black fatigue, I remember when I first heard it, this was some years ago. It is a term that was, psyoped by white conservatives, just like the word woke. Black people use that term as far as, oh, man, you woke, man. You know about history. You know about Black history. You know about these things. So truthfully, if we're being honest, the term has been psyoped by white conservatives, and it's the far right white conservatives, if we're being truthfully honest. And they have an agenda. The agenda is what I truly think the agenda is, I think it's a complete psyop, because if it's a thing that Black fatigue is real, white fatigue is real, Puerto Rican fatigue is real, all the fatigues is real. Mexican fatigue is real. Oh, y'all niggas crossing the border? God dang, stop crossing the border. Put the borders up. Why isn't Trump saying Mexican fatigue? Right? So truthfully, I think it's a psyop, and a lot of the whites have been psyoped by, things that's being trendy on the media right now. Like they'll see a video on X and it's a Black woman acting ratchet, which I don't condone this behavior. I think it's immoral. I think it makes the community look bad, right? So we have to be honest about those things too that we do see on the media. But I do think that it's a clear psyop. But let's peel the layer back to this. Why is this happening? Why is the white community on the right? And I would say that I'm a fairly conservative guy. I voted for Trump if anyone doesn't watch my content, but I'm just being open and honest here from what I see, right? But I think it's also a side effect of white guilt. Let's speak about white guilt for a little bit. What is white guilt? White guilt is it's dumb. Like, how did this even come about? Like, white people shouldn't feel guilty for what their ancestors done in the past. There's no Black guilt. Like, think about this. Like, how did a particular community, I would say, just be honest, the Jewish community, I would say more of not them. What'd you say? I gotta.
Yeah, that J word just that.
Yeah. Well, we won't stick with the J word, but let's give them another word. Let's just say it's AIPAC, Israel, those type of individuals. I think it was a psyop, and if you think about it, they truly had to psyop the whites and also psyop the Blacks as well, because they wanted to seem like a victim class. So they made then the Black people seem like a victim class as well. And that's what created this white guilt, right? So I think it's a side effect of white guilt. And these white people feel ashamed of, like, think about it, when these white people, like, are kneeling down to these Black Hebrew Israelites for all of the sins that their ancestors committed. I think maybe you've seen some clips like that. It's very like stupid where you see this. It's pitiful almost. But I think that I'll land my plane in a second. I think that the people that have the white guilt, it turned into rage. It flipped and it turned into a rage guilt. So then it went from, when they finally got the truth and the curtains was peeled back, it's like, wait, we were lied to. We don't need to feel ashamed about what our ancestors did in the past. So now they're like noticing every flaw within the Black community. They're noticing it all. It's like, wait, I had to feel white guilt before, but these Black people are acting wild over there. What's going on? Black fatigue. So I think it's like this rage guilt that's coming out of the white community, right? Now, these are just all my thoughts on this randomly. I wasn't really prepared for this conversation, but I'll go ahead and land my plane there since the time ran out.
And so they move. And this is where we see that, a lot of Black fatigue is just people I just kicked myself out of the studio. Crazy. But yeah, a lot of Black fatigue is it's really just another word used to manipulate or insinuate that people are tired of Black people's behaviors. Listen, there's always going to be, as long as this world is in existence, there's always going to be people expressing themselves in maybe not so civil manner. There's always going to be criminals. There's always going to be somebody. So to try to isolate Black people and ignore all the white fatigue and all the other races that do the same thing. But when you try to isolate the Black fatigue, what you're doing is you're trying to clout chase, because Black people, I know I gotta kick myself out, Zyrex. Black people are an easy target for clout, right? Especially amongst other white people. So what Pearly Things is trying to do is isolate us and throw us under the bus by manipulating statistics so that she can gain the favor of the white people again and be on top again. And this is, to me, very unprofessional. This makes her a part of the problem of racism and different things, because you're trying to create a narrative as if Black people are the only one committing crime in this country. You're trying to depict a picture that Black women only love guys with felonies. Right? You're trying to paint a narrative that Black people just are in totality criminally engaged, every last one of us. When you bring up the stat, 1 in 3 Black men have felonies. So this is where the victim or the isolation of Black people is what we call an attack on Black people right now from Pearly Things, so she can gain notoriety. And maybe she's trying to get into open a door with white people. I think those will be the intent behind this. Well, welcome to the way we have, a special guest coming to the floor. Give her the proper introduction.
You got me confused with your other bitch.
What other bitch? I'm with you every single day.
Zyra.
That's a funny clip. How you doing, Ruthless? How are you?
Good, good. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's been a long time no see.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's rough to listen to Rufus. The women, y'all love me, then y'all hate me at the same time.
Of course, we don't. Of course, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, because you guys don't want to, women, and I understand this. Women don't like people calling out the truth. They don't. They really don't like to hear it. They want to hear what makes them happy, what makes them feel good. And
Um, Maybe so. Maybe on a majority level, maybe so. I will give you that.
but you know what's want to hear an interesting stat?
Go ahead.
Most of my subscribers are women.
Really
Like 90%.
interesting. See, so what does that mean then?
That means
That means we are open to hearing the truth, right?
yes. And
Okay.
like I said, it's a love-hate relationship though. Because y'all can't never stay in and listen to my shows because y'all just get triggered so easily. that's the thing about it. But most of my women subscribe. Most of my subscribers are women. So I gotta. What you have to say on the topic, Miss?
Yeah, I don't like yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pearl at all. I don't like her. I just don't like her. She banned I was in her chat like one day. She banned me. She likes to call people out and say they're, oh, you're triggered, you're emotional. But, you know, like me, I'm not like a disrespectful person. I'm usually even when I throw shots, my shots aren't even like they're not insults or anything. It's usually like some sarcastic like retort, to what she said, and she banned me. So
Yeah, because she exhibit. But this is what. And let me say this right. This is how women do.
do not lump her in with the rest of us. No.
No,
She
no, I
doesn't
have
want
to.
to be part of the women, so she can stay over there
This is
with the
what.
masculine men.
But this is what I have to bring this all together, right? To make this a full show. Women do this in their relationships and marriages as well to their husbands. They soon as you know they voice something that maybe they think and the husband is disagreeable about it, they shut down, put him on vagina restriction. Uh, they cut him off. He can't, right? Like women dominate their homes, and then if he does not comply, eventually, like she wants him, they divorce him, right? So what I'm saying
No,
overall, this is how women are moving when it like Pearly things, right? When you, like you said, you was in her chat and you was only exhibiting your opinion of the truth and in disagreement to what she was, trying to profound as a truth. You would say, hey, no, this is this, and instead of her having a conversation in the chat or maybe inviting you on a panel and y'all can have the conversation, she bans you, right?
yes.
And once again, this is how women move in totality. They don't like nobody to go against them. And for example, you come home and your wife is crying. What's wrong, baby? My weight. I just do. Every man university knows that you can't say, get your fat butt to the gym. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say it like that at all. You can't even say the gym is down the street. You can't say that, right? Because that's not what she wants to hear. She wants to mostly dump on you. She might be, whatever for a little bit, and then she needs to come up with the idea, right? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So women don't like hearing the truth. They want to.
No. It's not that we don't want to hear the truth. It's just that, like, we could hear the truth, but why be an asshole about it? You could give the truth without being an asshole. Like, why would you want to hurt your wife if that's your wife who you love? Why would you want to hurt her feelings like that?
But even if you do it constructively, because constructive criticism is not rude.
It's always good. Yeah, I'm a
Women,
big believer in that. Yes.
if you tell your woman, baby, you need to get to the gym and work out, she's going. See, this is the thing about emotions and logic, right? They just don't go together, right? They just don't go together. Emotional, when you're emotional, See, right now, it's not like you're in your logical state. You know what I mean? You're functioning in a high logical solution mindset right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the moment you're triggered in your anger or frustration or whatever it is, women, and I'm not saying men don't do it, but women, you guys go 10 times harder, right? You guys are like way into it. Like it just, how I want to say this, you guys
Yeah,
invest.
we're more sensitive. Yeah, we're more sensitive to you guys.
Yeah, so right now, yeah, you're saying, oh yeah, Rufus, you can tell me this, that. If I'm fat, constructively, I take right now, yeah, because you're logically thinking. But if you're in your emotions, if you're triggered by your weight and how you, and it doesn't make you feel good, and your husband comes home, at that moment, at that time, he cannot say, "Well, baby, let's go get you a gym membership." Because now she's gonna say, "Are you acknowledging that I'm fat? Are you serious?" Now he has to either clean it up, or he has to just, "Hey, I'm sorry, I apologize," right away. And then that's still not gonna be good enough because she's gonna work. Believe me, I've been in many relationships, so I already been through it all. Right? That's the number one thing I learned too. Don't, if you like how I look in this dress, you better not say, you don't look good in that dress. You better not say it. Don't say what you feel. I mean, what you think. You look good, baby, even if you hate the dress. And she's not gonna get it anyway. So that's the good part, right? That's the only thing I give y'all. Y'all usually never get what we say. Y'all never get. So that's cool. But I know I can't say she don't look good either. That don't look good on you. What? So yeah, and Pearly thing is an example of one thing about women. They don't like to lose. They don't like to lose. They don't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're sore losers, yes.
Y'all don't like to. I swear to you. I swear to you. I argue. This is what. See, one thing about me, and I believe this is the one thing all men university are the same on. When we argue with our woman or any conflict or anything, we assess after the conflict's over. We assess the intensity of that conflict. How did we get to how long it took us to get to a resolution? How long it took us to solve? How long was the conversation? Right? And that's the conclusion I came to. Women hate to lose. Like even if you got proof, ooh, boom, boom, right? I'm talking about dead to wrong. They don't want to take that loss, and they will hold grudge against you because you proved them wrong. So in Pearly Thing's case, this is what she's doing right now on these panels. She's going there trying to clout chase. But what I think she did is she gravely underestimated black people, right? Because I don't think she respects black people's intelligence. So I think she went up there with some stats, throwing them around like she had a gun or something, boom, 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 and expecting us just to get emotional, right? And then she just laughs. Ah. But then when you hear the back, but once you see that the black people who were coming back with that, she got offline. She doesn't even argue. She gets off the line. She runs, right? And I'm gonna play this little video right here of lead attorney, and we're gonna see how she gets really like dog walked, right? And
black guys have felonies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just going to be more common.
Okay. Let me ask the question again. Are there more black criminals in the United States or are there more white criminals in the United States?
I don't know. Because it depends if you do it like total or per capita.
Yeah, I'm at.
They love that per capita. But isn't it funny because in the clip that I played you guys, she said, "Oh, I don't really believe in statistics. You know, you can find statistics for anything." But yet she's trying to quote statistics. But the 1 in 3 that she was talking about, that's bullshit. That's not true. Let's continue.
Asking total.
Total, probably white.
Okay, so and probably way more white criminals than black criminals, right?
Yes.
But you're saying that even though there are way more white criminals, that black women date more black criminals than
Yeah,
white women date
because
white
most,
criminals?
yeah, because most people date in their race.
And now, right there, instead of her taking the L, I said, you know what? Because Zyrox, I'm sure me and you see the same way on this. If there's way more white criminals, that would mean white women date
If there's way
mostly
more,
white men.
yes, there's
See,
more white people. Therefore, there's going to be more white people, committing crimes. Therefore, yeah,
and that
I
means
get
way
that.
more
Just
white
makes more
girls
sense.
are dating
Mm-hmm.
more white criminals than black girls. But she knew that answer, but she, instead of her taking an L and saying, you know what, you're absolutely right, because now he exposed her manipulation of the statistics of black women date more criminals, which also shattered her argument. She said, oh, well, most people date within a race. Duh, that even makes it stronger. Duh, we know that, especially white women, they date.
Mm-hmm.
White women don't go out their race that much. Them and black, I think them black women don't date out the race. White women date a lot of Asian women. Black guys date white girls and Latinas for the most part. But white women, they stay within the white dudes pretty much. Every now and then you see one with a black dude, but that's like an outlier. So for her to say that black women date more criminals was just a heavyweight punch with no air in it, right? With no power in it. It was just to manipulate, because what she's trying to do is clout chasing. That's what she's doing. She's clout chasing. The same people
Cloud
that put
chasing.
huh?
I'm sorry, Corey. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
she's
didn't mean
clout
to
chasing.
interrupt. Go ahead.
She's clout chasing.
I know
Just
she is, but then it's like, why would you do that at the expense of, a race that you, like she said, she hires, she hangs out with, like why would you do that? That's, I just didn't understand. And of course, I always knew she was she's an opportunist, a grifter, whatever you want to call it. She's definitely a racist in my book.
she's not a racist.
She is one.
No, yeah, of course she is. But I'm gonna tell you why she did it. Clout is the new crack cocaine, right? Clout makes you
Yes.
money. Clout makes you money now, right? Get your followers up, more donations. So she's chasing. She's addicted to that because she's been on top so long, right? For a long time, she was at the top of the red pill community, right? Pushing their talking points, and a lot of people donating. A lot of black men, millions and millions of black men came to support her. But because the black men are falling off because they found out that she kind of put self-inflicted wounds in her armor, right? By bringing Nick Fuentes on her platform, a known racist. So what Pearls did with that was she was saying, I use you black people to get to where I get now that I got this money, now I got this fame. I'm still with my white people, anything for money though. I sold you guys, I catered to your talking points, got paid, and now I'm gonna bring Nick Fuentes on, which is a slap in the face to black people, right? And particularly black men. And she lost a lot of followers, a lot of black men behind that. A lot. And
Good.
she's been trying to recruit. What you want to say?
I'm sorry. No, I said good.
Yeah. So now what she's doing is first she was trying to do so when she was on Fatty Them show, I don't know if you've seen that show. You see the Fatty
The
show?
one, oh yes, I was there.
Okay. So she first started on Fatty showing them she attacked the black women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hoping to get a rise out of the black men. But what happened, it didn't work because Fatty and Ali jumped to the defense of the black women, right? Which they then going to bring the black men in a war with the black women. So now she said, F it, I'm just going to throw them all on the bus, right? Because now she said to the white people, now she's trying to hopefully get more white subscribers, more white money. Oh, hey, black people fatigue, black men are more felonies, black, blah, 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 blah. So she's throwing stats out there to manipulate, and she's trying to isolate black fatigue to say, hey, look, white people, I'm on your side. Look at black people, we're tired of this, that. But then she goes on to lead attorney, which is a grave mistake. She made a very big mistake there. And then when he asked the question, as you heard, are there more white criminals than black? And then she kind of was like, well, it depends on per capita, right? She's trying to deflect. And then finally she said, yeah, there's more white criminals, which destroyed her argument then. Because I mean, more white women, they more felony or criminals than black women.
Well, yeah, she refused to believe that because of her environment, right? In her environment, who she hangs out with, all she sees is this. So therefore she thinks, oh, this is the truth. It's like that may be your truth, but that does not mean, it's the it's I think there's a word there's the truth, and then there's something that's accurate, as in true, right? Like what you see may be true to you, but that's not, but it may not be true to everybody else, because we all have, we all see things, through our own eyes, our own lens, our own perspective. And so, while you may think that that's what's going on, no, you may not know the whole story, and that's her problem. Her problem is not willing to, to see other people's perspective, and she thinks her perspective is correct. That's what makes her like freaking like ignorant, and that's why I just can't stand her. Go ahead, Ruthless. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's, and this is because we're in a capitalistic society, capitalistic driven society, right? Which clout chasing you get your money. She's trying to recoup and regroup and make a push so she can get her, her money back up. And she's making some mistakes along the way. This is what happens. This is what you call. It's like you're throwing haymakers, right? You trying to dude got you. He's beating you the whole fight, and then now you're trying to throw any kind of wild punches. And while you throw wild punches, it leaves you open. It opens yourself up for, attack to hurt you. So this is what she's doing. She's throwing wild punches. Now she's getting hurt. Now I don't know why she took this interview with the lead attorney, because he's the elite. Attorneys are elite in arguments. That's one person I know I can't beat when it comes to.
Because they're cool. Because they're cool. And so like I'm sure like they've had interactions and stuff. And so I think she didn't think that he was gonna like maybe push her or question her. And so she thought she could run to a lead attorney and sort of like and cry that, oh, people are like trying to bully her, trying to gaslight her and stuff. But Lee, of course, Lee, he's not going to bite. At first, you could tell Lee didn't really want to push back either, but he ended up pushing back because, I'm sure people in the chat were saying stuff too. And so I'm glad he, pushed back, and he should have went a little bit harder because Lee, he's a lawyer, so he knows about like stats and stuff. But I think Lee was trying to be friendly also, which is fine. I don't, hold that against Lee. Lee's a good man.
Well, lead is. See, he does a lot of family court. So
yeah, divorce court. Yeah,
he's the type of lawyer. Even though he has a dog in him, because you can't be a lawyer unless you got the dog in you. But it leans more towards my point was made, and I'm not finna sit here. You know what I mean? And that's his style. That's always been his style. Pearly thing is far more aggressive than him. But once again, right, and this is how I'm gonna tie this all in. Is there such thing called women fatigue?
if you say so. In this space, that's you could call it, yeah, woman fatigue, and in women's space, it would be sort of like, yeah, men fatigue. Anything could be, you could be, if you indulge or if you consume a lot of something, then yeah, you're gonna get, you're gonna feel fatigue.
But I think women's fatigue to me is more egregious, and I want you to respond, and I'm gonna add context. What do you think?
I mean, go ahead, explain away if you think,
No, do you
I don't
agree?
think so, but
You don't think? Okay, so you disagree. And tell me why you disagree.
Well, see, because we're in the manosphere space, it would seem I would agree because yeah, because all in manosphere you guys talk about the problems that that you guys have with women. So therefore, yeah, if you consume a lot of like everybody's content and stuff, yeah, you're gonna feel fatigue. So yeah, I would agree.
You agree that women's fatigue is worse?
Oh, women's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Or black or men's fatigue is worse?
Like, what do you mean by worse?
Like to me, I think. Let me make my statement again. I think women fatigue is more egregious than man's fatigue.
Like, in what way?
And so I'm saying, what do you think? Okay, so let me frame it like this. Who do you think complaints are more
I think women.
deserving?
Women has more of men, fatigue than men.
Okay, cool. So we agree. So now I'm gonna lay the context because context matters. The only reason why I think women fatigue is so egregious is because they're beneficiaries in a lot, way more than men, in when it comes to the relationship or even any type of relationship dynamic with the men. They very rarely pay for drinks. They very rarely pay for anything when dealing with men. A woman could walk in, especially if she's really beautiful and good personality, she can walk into damn near any bar and not pay for one drink off the top, right? She can any courting phase of a relationship. We ain't gonna talk about marriage, right? We don't, because that's the extreme. Let's just talk about a first date on, right? Women are benefiting off the top, off the rip from men, right? With no complaints, with no problem, right? This is never gonna change, though even though your complaints are loud and the independent, the feminism movie, men are still going to step up and pay for those deals, pay for those dinners, pay for those amusement park visits, pay your rent, pay your this, pay your that, right? Even though y'all pushing for equality, even though y'all pushing for, equal pay, all these things, right? And then y'all come out and unceremoniously, right, complain about men saying, well, they're cheaters. But you benefit in such a great monumental way. Men have spent trillions of dollars on women, and women probably what, a couple of million in over 100 years, if that, if that. Y'all have benefit trillions of dollars in money.
So are you saying that you guys should be allowed to like pay for someone's silence? Is that what it is?
No, 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 no,
Just
no, no.
because
What
you
I'm
guys,
saying is,
yeah,
no, I'm
that's what
not
they're
saying that.
saying.
No, I'm just saying is your complaints are of beneficiaries. Beneficiaries complaining to me, it's like going to your job and they're paying you $250,000 a year, and you're complaining about your desk is white and I want it to be brown. You know what I'm saying? That's my point, right? If a
Well,
company's paying me $250,000, I don't give a fuck if the desk is white. Long as that check keep coming. But women, you guys are complaining, even if you guys are benefiting from men. That's my point. I will give you guys so much credence. I promise you, Zyrex. I will give you so much credence if you guys were being used, right? Like benefited, like men would greatly benefit from y'all, and we complain about you guys. Then you have my support, 100%. But men don't really benefit from you guys other than the fact of, and I'm not saying we don't benefit at all, the benefit of you, your presence, your time, and those things right there are valuable to us because obviously we pay for it, right? We pay for that. So we obviously are appreciative of it because we show people pay with their money what they believe they like. Their money speaks louder than their words. So, but women, you guys don't really pay for nothing, but yet you guys have the biggest complaints.
Well, yeah, I think it has a lot of time. A lot of it has to do with um, the conditioning that we do to well, the conditioning, right? As in, like women, growing up, like as a little girl, when something is wrong, when little girls are told, oh, use your voice, don't use your hands. If something is wrong, come tell, go tell the adults. And so that's why, so every little thing, women are told to voice their issues, voice their problems or whatever, to never be, never um, you know, to never stay in silence. And so yeah, so of course by the time she becomes an adult, yeah, every little thing that displease her or annoy her, yeah, she's gonna complain. But see, the thing is that why are you taking some random chick, complaint seriously though? If she's just complaining because she just, in her mood or whatever, or like someone pissed her off, so she voiced her complaint. That doesn't make her complaint valid. It may be valid to her, but it's not valid to everybody else. We ain't gotta listen to her complaint if we don't know who she is. We don't have to, say, oh, because you have a problem with, your desk being white, so therefore I should, buy paint, buy you paint, and then hire someone to paint it for you or something. No, like I don't know you, like I don't care. Have someone that take care of your problem. But because of the internet gives everybody a voice, we seem to think that every complaint is valid. And I'm saying, and that's what I think that's why we have a bigger divide in this gender, work um thing that we have going on here. That women take every little complaint, seriously, and men take every little complaint seriously when we shouldn't. Because we know that most of the time when we complain, it's out of emotional state, right? It's not being so much as, being logical. It's out of emotional state. So why would we listen to someone who's in an emotional state?
Because we don't, right? We do,
You
but we
guys
don't.
do.
And let me tell you what.
Go ahead.
So this is where your argument falls a little short. First of all, the happy wife, happy life is the leading ideology amongst marriages today, even in relationships, right? So anything that's lasting with a woman past 2 to 3 years, the guy's happy wife in it, happy life in it. So we do let you guys have your way. Women are running the date market, women are running the relationships, and they're running the marriages. Hands down. Hands down. And the crazy part about it, you guys are still divorcing, right? Because you guys are like, I'm bored. Or I want more money. Or we grew apart. Just petty shit, right? And I'm not saying that I'm not saying there are not no outlier positions where there are some egregious things, but in large, it's the same thing. Finances, what is it? Irreconcilable difference. Meaning, I really don't have a good reason to leave them, but I'm just leaving them because you guys are the leading. You guys, listen, and I'm gonna say this. This is very important. Not only guys are you leading in the divorce category filing, right? But you guys also, if the men file, is because you ran him off. Most times, you guys made it so unbearable for him that he's like, man, I just gotta go. Because typically, men is very difficult for him to want to leave his wife. Number one is his financial investment is very, very steep. One, two, he's emotionally attached to her. And men, our ideology of the nuclear family, we believe in it and hold more value in it more than the women, without even a question. That's why we don't divorce. Yes, that's why we don't divorce as much, right? Because we don't want our family break. We know she's going to get the kids. We know that a family apart has a greater less chance of succeeding than together. So yeah, our ideology is we rather sacrifice so that this family. This is why the happy wife, happy life, right, is the leading. And let me preface that is the leading ideology of these relationships and marriages, because the men are acquiescing and taking a step back to let you guys live in your truth and saying, you know what, I just don't want the problems. But now, what women would do, and this is what you guys would do, you guys would say, well, he's checked out the relationship because he doesn't da-da-da-da no more. He doesn't da-da-da. When in fact, we did check out the relationship. What men do is we understand our violent nature. We do not marry a woman to fight with her. We do not want to come home and be beefing with our woman. So when these arguments can pursue and we assess that, okay, this is just something that is unhealthy for the furtherance of this family, we start to deflect. We start to walk away. We stop arguing. We start, yes, okay. Just the happy wife, happy life is the road to pick if the family's going to last. So this is an indictment on you guys because it's not happy spouse, happy house. That doesn't even exist no more. So you guys are winning across the board. You guys are running the marriage. You guys are running the relationship because why? Because when y'all act the way y'all act, we understand you guys will leave at the drop of a dime. You guys don't give a care because you guys are cold-hearted. Y'all will take the kids, turn the kids against the man. Y'all will tell the courts, hey, I need more money. I need a raise. Right? Y'all will do these things. And even if you're married, y'all will go after the assets. Oh yeah, I want that house. Whatever it is, y'all are the aggressors. You guys are very assertive in saying to the man, if you do not acquiesce to how I feel and the way my emotions run, I will destroy you and this family. And I don't care because my happiness is important to me and it supersedes anything or any love I have for you because I love myself more than I love you. So therefore, you guys, this is why I say you guys' complaints are to me fatigued because you guys are running shit and still complaining. Men are, nigga, y'all dog walking men. Niggas are scared to argue with y'all. Ain't no man finna come there talking about, Zyros, go ahead and wash your dishes. Get over here and do this. Get over and do that. It's over with. You be like, excuse me? Huh? Excuse me? Excuse me? Right? He better not come in. Your husband better not come in today and say, Zyros, get up. Go over there and do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. You finna stop everything you're doing. You finna address that, nigga. What? Excuse me? You looking around like there's another person in the house, right? Because he ain't got his nerve. He ain't got his nerve to be talking to you like that. Oh, excuse me, honey bee. I can take these kids from you, my kids, and get the fuck out of here and make you pay for it. And make you pay for my lawyer. The fuck? And I'm gonna get this house. Shut the fuck up. Apologize. Kiss the ring. Kiss the motherfucking ring. And he's going to do it. Most men are going to do it. But the men who don't do it, they get the consequences. Women, y'all will execute. Right? Y'all will execute to make sure that your happiness is intact and this man is not complying. You're flying. So that's why the woman fatigue, in my estimate, is so much worse. Because when men complain, I agree with you. That men do complain, but the only reason men complain, and let me tell you this, and let me make this right. Married men don't complain. Married men come in here and support y'all. Yeah, yeah. They even speak on feminism points. Nigga, Taz came on the stream yesterday telling me, I look at my wife eye to eye. We the same person. And I asked him a question. I said, isn't that what feminism preach? Oh, no. His wife laughed in the background. I was like, ha, 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 ha. And then he said, nah, feminism is the man outside the house. I said, yeah, but feminism also preach equality. And you just said you and your wife are eye to eye. And he's like, yeah, dude. So my point is, men are even preaching feminism for you to support you guys. Because why? Last point is men understand, men who want a long marriage. I'm not saying it's always healthy, but when want a long marriage to keep their family and that woman that they love, they have to take the back seat. They have to acquiesce to her because once again, she holds the keys to, she will destroy this home and everything in it if he does not get her way. And I'm not saying she don't let him win sometimes just for the, and then he has to be honey, bunches of love, sugar pops. Oh, dragon fruit lover, you beautiful thing, you. Can you take out the trash? if you have time, if you ain't doing your nails, if you ain't getting your hair done. That's the only way he's going to get cooperation. Maybe. And she's going to joke back, don't make this a habit, dear. I'm just saying.
You're funny.
Yeah, he better. I'm telling you, men. And I question on my panel. They're like, yeah, I'm the leader. I said, but you can't come in barking orders, nigga. You can't come in barking orders. She gets you out of there. And find another dude, a step daddy, take your place. Have the kids calling him daddy. So you guys are diabolical because y'all know that the system is in your favor. You're getting those kids. And whoever gets the kids get the check at 96% clip. And so you hold the keys. That's why Rufus is anti-marriage, because I just don't think there's no way, if I can't bark orders in my home, it's not my house. And there's no way I can be in a relationship where I'm trying to be overly nice when she's wrong. Because I'm already a gentleman already, off the top. I'm already extending my hand of courtesy by paying for these dinners, showing you a good time, right? Even though sometimes I might tell you what you want to hear because I want to see you smile, right? I'll make you feel good because I care. But now I'm not going to give up my manliness to, for you to challenge me. Now that's what we're going to have a conflict of interest. We're going to have a conflict of interest. Now, baby, I need that. I need that. It's in my nature. I can't back down. And then that's going to end our relationship because you're going to leave me or you're going to go out and fuck my best friend or whatever it may do for vindictiveness to win this battle because y'all hate to fucking lose. That is the indictment on, the long-term occupancy with a woman such as you guys. Women fatigue is a disease. And you guys are not good relationship partners. You guys are not good married partners. You guys aren't. Y'all won't even do the bare. Y'all won't even go above and beyond for the man that's paying all your bills. Huh? He better be glad. He need to pay the bills for exclusivity. Anything else, you got to pay more. He better pay more. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's paying for just to have my pretty ass at this house, looking like a bad bitch. Yeah, he better be happy with that. If he want anything, he want me to go above and beyond and do something for him. He going to up that ante. So, you guys, to me, and I noticed that every relationship I got in, once I made it my girlfriend, that light switch, flip. She wants access to my phone. I don't give her my access to my phone, but my ex figured that shit out somehow. And she even turned the location on that motherfucker, and I didn't even know.
Being careless. Being careless.
Huh?
So you're being careless.
No, I mean, yeah, you don't have to run somebody. You know what I mean? You're around somebody so much. I'm going, my phone ringing, and I go and have to break the code out. I didn't know she was sitting there, plotting and planning because I wasn't cheating. I like my privacy. I'm paying for this phone. I don't want, huh?
No, I said, yeah, it's understandable. I don't look 13 years I've been with my husband. I don't look through his phone. Not once.
Yeah, because you're complete domination. That's why.
Oh my God.
He's in complete compliance. You've already assessed it. See me, I'm a different animal because a lot of women try to get at me, even if I'm with a girl. So my women, they don't have the confidence like that. They like, man, they be chase. They want location. They want my code. They figured out. They want me to call back in a certain amount of time. If I don't call back in a certain amount of time, I'm fucking everybody in Los Angeles. 100%. I don't care, even if I got proof. So
no, why would they do that if they know that if you if you are in like an open relationship, why would they still need to do that if they know that they're in an open relationship with you?
No. I'm not in no open relationships, but they don't do it no more. This is what happens when you go to the monogamy aspect.
Oh, okay,
right?
gotcha. Okay.
When you go into the monogamous, because like I said, I practiced monogamy for over 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you take that deal, which is a bad deal in my opinion, once you take that deal, that she has this light switch. It's all she's competing with you. She wants to know, once again, she wants all this shit. Location, this. And lesson, you're a beta. Right? Some women, the Asian women particularly, they go after betas. They dog walk them in. Asian women, woo, y'all cold. Asian women are cold blooded. White women too. And I think they're more cold than black women. I really do. So yeah,
What do
if
you
they
mean
got
by that? What do you mean by that, Ruthless?
you guys,
Expound on that.
because you guys dominate them. You guys are way more man. Believe me, I deal with a lot of clients, Asian, white, right? And I remember I had a client. He was an Asian. This guy, San Clemente. This is a really wealthy area, right? This nigga's on top of the beach. You know, his house. He's on top of the beach with a mansion with lions and statues, right? And he said, "Hey, don't ask me." I was going to ask him something. He said, "Stop." Right? Don't ask me nothing. Talk to the boss. And I'm thinking, he got another employer? He said, "No, my wife." And she was talking so bad on him when we were saying, "Oh, my husband, he's I'm depressed." She was talking shit. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And you know, the women, Asian women, they make their men spend all their money so they won't cheat. So yeah, Asian women ain't no joke. White women, they run the house too. White women and Asian women run their homes. Period. Like Hitler. Like Hitler.
If you say so, Ruthless.
We know you do. We already admitted it. If you don't have to do the little things, shit. What's up, old dude, dirty? If you don't do the little things, if he doesn't demand, even when you told him, well, you want me to run your background? He's like, nah, I'm good with that. But I would like something else, right? You still ain't doing that shit. You're like, fuck that. When I have time for you, I have time for you. That's it.
You got me there.
She's like, okay, whatever. He's like, I would like some more. Because he couldn't say assertive, give me more time, because then you would have checked him. You would dog, excuse me? So he's like, I would like some more quality time. You're like, okay, whatever. So the kids got homework and I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? This is how you women operate in those homes. So that's why the fatigue on your part to me is so egregious. Number one is y'all ain't paying for these men. That's one. Y'all ain't paying for these men. These men are paying for you. Majority, 98%. No, more than that, 99.9%, something like that, of men are paying for these women. Right? Two, you guys have even if you don't have the rich lifestyle, even though you don't have the things like Aisha Curry, but you guys still have what you need. Roof over your head, you ain't got to worry about housing, you ain't got to worry about, or if you're going on a date, you ain't even get, listen, women don't even have to bring their wallets to a date.
That's a silly woman.
Y'all don't even have to bring it. Some of them do it just because they're unsure about him. They'll pay for their shit and get the fuck out of there. Look, this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? That's very rare. But typically, y'all very rarely have to pull them out wallets out. Most of them guys are going to comply. Right? Because just to even, this is how the bar is set. This is how high the bar is you guys have set for the women. Even to get to a date with you guys, it takes a lot to get there, right? It ain't just, hey, how you doing? Hey, let's go out for a date. She going to reject you immediately. You have to talk to
Well,
her.
yeah, we should have some kind of standards, though. Why wouldn't we have standards?
Well, the standards you guys have isn't standards for a quality date, right? The standards you guys are putting forth are for commanding position. That's why you guys don't approach. Even though
I don't know.
even though you guys are
That
the choosers, even though you guys are the choosers, right? Because you guys give those signals to approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smile, a wink, or staring. But you know what I mean? But if you do not capitalize on those signals, she would never approach you. She would die before she approaches you. You just got to disappear. And she'll keep on with her life. Because her feelings aren't tied to you yet. You know what I mean? She just thinks you're attractive and she wants to dominate you. And so she's not going to approach a lot of cases. Some women will, there are some that will shoot their shot at you in a like networking situation, but like at the mall, at the movie theater, out about, no, it's not happening, right? Women are not approaching you, period. Period.
Okay. I don't know. I chased, I went after, well, yeah, my ex, and I made the move with my ex and my husband, so
Yeah, probably in a
mhm.
networking state though, but you probably knew of him or was in a space.
Yeah,
It wasn't like you saw him at the mall and went up to him.
right. That's right.
He probably, y'all were at something where, and then women to do that, right? In a networking proximity, and there's a guy, and let's say he's knows a lot of people, and you're like, oh, I want him. And you have to approach it that way because then y'all approach like that. And that's still rare, but you guys will make the move. But y'all won't just, hey, let's go out, right? Y'all won't be like, hey, want to go out? No, y'all walk up there and then, hey, how you doing? And there's conversation. And then y'all make it obvious a little bit on your body language. And then he makes the move. He has to say, hey, why don't we go out? But if he doesn't make
Yeah,
that move,
because the guy's usually the one that asks though, because usually it's the guy that would have to, would call her up, would go and pick her up and stuff like that. So it's usually him.
it's for
See, like,
domination. It's for domination tactics. That's what it's for, Zyrax. Y'all don't want to admit this. See, Rufus is exposing y'all. It's because y'all want to dominate. Y'all want to control the situation. So if he asks, that puts you at the, at the control helms of how this is going to go, because you have all these expectations and these demands to see if, number one, can he meet these things, because he's on an interview. See, men, we're simple. Once you pretty much go up to us and smile and we accept, we're ready to go all the way, right? We're ready to date and be in a relationship. We're ready. We ain't really have too many expectations. You look good and you talk good. We bam.
well, yeah, because all you guys are looking for is sex. Women typically are, looking for a relationship, which is why, you know, like which is why which is why we have standards, and it takes a bit to get there. It takes a bit for a guy to reach there, because yeah, like we're not about to just give any guy a chance. Any guy came up, that would come up to us and ask us, oh, you want to go out, and we're gonna go, yeah, no.
So this is okay. That's true, but this is what I'm going to expose you guys. I'm here to expose you, Zyrax.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm here to
Go
expose
for
you.
it.
Once again, you guys are there to dominate. You guys are looking for men to serve you. So you want to make sure that he's capable of meeting your standards and expectations, because you're looking for him. Is he a good slave? You guys are the new slave masters. You guys are looking at, can he serve me the way I want to be served? And if he's not, then you guys kind of hint to him. You guys kind of manipulate him to get him to that point. This is the process, right? And that process of, the courting, dating, whatever it's called, you guys, if you really think he's aesthetically pleasing, and especially if his bedroom game is really good, then you say, okay, he'll make a good servant. I just got to fix a few things, right? And make sure he's going to be a provider. Number one, so this is why you don't really like, ain't no woman going to tell no man, hey, I'm going to pay for these dates for a whole year. You don't have to, because then that will put her in serving him. So she's going to continue. She wants to see if he doesn't have a problem with doing this. That's step one, provider. In that way, step two, does he listen to you? Meaning, do what you say, not as do what you're told, not not what you think is right. You're going to give him all these things, and then he needs to comply to that.
Yes. You know
And
why? Because we are the baby carriers.
The who?
We need to make sure. Yes.
Say
So
that
if
again.
I choose to, because we are the because we carry babies.
No,
And
that's not
so
right.
if
That's
I
not.
yeah no yes it is. If I decide to sleep with them, I need to make sure that if a baby comes out of this, can he protect and provide for us while
No.
I'm in my vulnerable state? Yes, it's biology, Ruthless.
Number one is oops babies are the number one of births in all the world. Very
That's what
rare,
I'm saying.
very rare, very oops babies. Oops
I
babies are
exactly.
so here it is, right? Women have a baby with a guy, and it could be. This is the argument of the Pookies and the Ray Rays, right? Come on now, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, but they're not the majority though. The Pookies and Rays are not the majority.
But they have more sex with majority of women than the average guy. This is without a doubt, right? Even though they're not the majority, they still have double sexual contact than the average guy, right? The average guy is the one hurting for the attention and the sexual thing, right? But the Pookies, they're getting 10, 12, 20, 30 different women, right?
Yeah, the difference between a Pookie,
So,
and a regular guy is that the Pookie, because he has more confidence in himself. He's not afraid to approach
no,
women. And the
no,
average guy is shy and afraid to approach women. That's why he's not getting the result that he's getting.
no, that's not what it
Yes.
is. I'm for the why I got to do that. I love exposing. I'm glad you're up here because I'm exposing y'all today. Women,
Oh my
once
gosh.
again,
Okay.
right? Y'all looking for someone to serve you guys. You guys are not looking to serve. So
Ain't
once
no
again,
woman going through life wanting
some,
to find a guy to just serve them. What kind
some women just get with guys because they're aesthetically pleasing and they want to have pretty babies. This is why y'all don't have a problem with single mothers. You guys are champion and pro single mothers. Go girl, live in your truth, girl, right? Because a lot of you,
No, society
a lot of
shames
a lot
single
of
mothers.
no.
Yes,
Women, once
society
again,
does shame.
no,
No single mother wears
no,
no,
men
I
shame
don't
single
buy
mothers.
that.
Some men shame single mothers, right? Women don't shame single mothers, right? If the men come out and say, why you got different baby daddies, the women that say, hey, maybe he wasn't right. They'll blame the man, right? Oh, he wasn't good. He should have she lives in her truth. He wasn't the guy he was supposed to be, right? That's the name. Number one argument is he wasn't a good guy. He's supposed to be who he's supposed to, but he wasn't.
It
So
doesn't matter. She's still shamed. It doesn't matter
sometimes,
the reason.
so let me say this. Sometimes everybody don't want to have babies for marriage. Let me make this clear. Everybody doesn't want to have babies for a relationship. Some people just want to have baby because the aesthetics of the other person. Damn, this would be pretty kids. And I make babies with this dude, knowing that you guys are toxic, knowing that you guys aren't gonna last, but to have that mix, maybe the athleticism, maybe the cheekbone structure, right? And y'all have baby with this guy, and then knowing that you're gonna get rid of him anyway, right? Women
No,
don't
not the
always.
majority.
I'm not saying. Well, I'm just saying there are cases like this, though, right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, minority though. But you see, you're using like majority. You know that it's the minority, but yet the way when you
But
talk about a woman, you're saying it as if it's the majority.
what I'm saying is women. I'm not saying. I'm just making a point of reference that there are some cases, right? I made that clear. Not everybody has kids for marriage. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's some, but then that's
It is,
something.
I'm going to
Just
break
because
it
there's a
all
small
down.
minority, that doesn't make it. That doesn't mean
No,
you should say it as if it's the case.
well, I'm going to name
That's what you're
several.
doing.
But that was no. I was naming one of them. I was going to name more, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there we go. So some women, once again, some women marry just because the guy's aesthetically pleasing, and some women just want to be mothers and they want to have beautiful children. They would get with a guy because of his build and have babies, and then leave him and then go get the guy they really want, right? For everything else. Then there are women who have kids to, you know, I guess give back for the money they're getting, right? And the time the guy acquiesced, and then they okay, we can have kids, but this is the number one ideology though. You always hear women say, "Give me my kids," right? My kids. They never, very rarely hear him say those are kids. Sometimes they say it, but most time, they're my kids. If that man is a little too hard or disciplinary, the women would challenge him. Oh, no. You don't discipline like this. We need to, because she, once again, right? She's dominating. She said, these are my kids and we're going to do it how I want to do. I think they should be disciplined like this, not how this way, right? So what she's doing is telling him is, I'm the boss of these kids too. These are my kids. You're just a donor, really, but I'll keep you around. But these kids are going to be treated how I think they should be treated. So women are even challenging men for, you know, men might want to get the belt. Men might want to get a little more physical. The women like, no. We don't whoop our kids. No. This is not how. So this is a problem in a lot of ways. And most guys take the back seat to it. So once again, right, you guys are even having the babies for your own. You're not having the babies for that man. You're having the baby because you want to be a mother, and and plus the power and control. Another under your guidance.
Does the baby carry the mother's legacy, or does the baby carry, you know, the man's legacy?
Well, is what you say?
I said, when you have a baby, does the baby carry the mom's legacy or the father's legacy?
Okay, but they're both of y'all legacy. But I'm saying is women.
No, the fathers. So how can you sit there and say that a woman wants to have, you know, kids just for their own? Yeah, there are some women that are like that, but the majority of women, no, they are not carrying the baby just for their own sake.
But there's a single mother epidemic, right? Meaning, single moms are leaving their baby daddies and their husbands. For example, Tom Brady and Gliselle, right? She just split the family because of petty reasons. She couldn't have her way. He didn't listen to her, whatever. He played football one year, whatever, right? Plus, she had a guy in her ear, her trainer or whatever, right? She destroyed her family. Nothing of assault, nothing of something that was extreme, right? She just did it because she was no longer happy. So a woman would pick her happiness over the family, even though it'd be better to have the original dad, even though it's better that they work out their problems as a married couple. Women are not doing this. If they don't feel that their happiness is being met, they will split the family up, because why? They look at the husband as a sparring donor. That's why it's easy for you guys to leave. That's why it's easy.
While you can name Tom Brady, I can name, you know, like Denzel Washington, who's been with his wife.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
there's more people married. Yeah, there's more. No, they're not outliers. They're the majority.
No. What I'm saying is,
yes.
No. There's outliers. Meaning, same. Yeah, most people are divorced and married 2 or 3 times. Majority, right? It's becoming more outdated to see one marriage last the standard time, test of time. That is becoming a rare and unheard of situation. Denzel will be outlawed. Look at most people in his situation, Jennifer Lopez, all these different people getting divorced and getting other. Is the majority of people in the industry get divorced by a large number. Yes.
No, there's a lot of people in the industry, in the entertainment industry. You don't hear about them. Why? Because they're happily married. They're living their quiet life and stuff like that.
You can't name that many, right? You can't name that many that have been the test of time, right? Even the white people. What's the name? The couple that Brad Pitt, his wife, right? Divorced. We can keep going on. Majority of people in this industry are divorced. You can look it up yourself. But bottom line, what I'm saying is this, right? Even Cardi B, she's divorced the husband, even though she said, I'm divorced because he was a cheater. Then she picks up a guy who's got the same style, right? Because it's all about her, right? She's like, I think this is a new guy. I'd rather deal with him until I'm tired of him. So we see.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We see that the women are divorced at 75 to 80% clip. You guys are leading by a large number, like oceans. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a poor man or a rich man. You guys are leaving. And now, as time goes on, right, it's marriage that's standing the test of time is becoming more rare, more rare. And we're not even going to discuss, because I think that'd be an unfair argument. I don't have stats on that. The sexless marriages and the marriages people are staying in just to, till the kids graduate, or people, right, who are just doing it because image wise. That's an unfair stat, right? So I don't have stats on that. So I'm not going to use that against you. But my point is this: you women, in my opinion, you guys are fatigued because you guys are the beneficiary. Any man especially if you're married or in a long-term relationship, you guys are the beneficiaries in large, financially, time, you name it, right? In large, you guys run it. You guys run the show. You guys run the show, and you guys are still leaving. And that,
Well,
to me,
if we don't run it, who's gonna run it then? You're at
I'm not,
work.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not saying I'm complaining about you leaving. I mean, running it, right? I'm not complaining about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining about it, because if you and your husband, if that's how he settled for that, cool, make it work, right? Make it work. Not complaining about you guys running the relationships. The complaint I have is you guys are complaining about the relationships you're running. That's my complaint.
Okay, you're saying that we were given the reins, but then yet we complained because we have the controls, but yet we're still complaining.
Yes, that's my complaint. You guys are running the relationships, and you guys complain about the relationships you're running. You guys are leaving the relationships you're running. That's why I says fatigue. You guys running everything. The dating market, y'all running that. Niggas got to come in with, that nigga got to talk right, walk right, and eat right. He better not have one crumb fall from his mouth. It's over. he better not, that debit card better not decline. That debit card declined one time. Oh yeah. Maybe, well, it depends. If his sex game is real good, she might turn a blind eye to it, but she ain't marrying him. That's for sure. or maybe if he can prove that it was a mistake on the security company part, then yeah, she'll be like, okay, cool, right? But that better not happen, especially on the first date. That better not happen, boy. That's why you keep your 3 or 4 debit cards. So if that one decline, you back up. Because women, y'all don't play. That is deal breakers after deal breaker after deal breaker. Because you guys are the one. See, you guys set the standard. You guys set the standard, Cyrax.
Yes.
That's the crazy part about it. So the guy who you marry obviously passed it. So when you divorce him, this is once again, you can never be satisfied. Because if he got you a ring on your finger and y'all crossed that threshold, that means he qualified. Y'all not marrying no broke dude who's broken and ain't getting shit done. You come with that ring, you gonna be like, excuse me, boo? Put that back in your shoe. Put that ring back on the shelf. Take it back. Get a refund. Y'all ain't playing.
I get your point.
Y'all ain't get. One thing about women, y'all are cold. Y'all don't care. If this guy is not meeting what you set the expectations for, you guys will not take that damn ring. I don't care how good his sex game is. I don't care how great a listener he is. He needs to be efficient. Now, everybody doesn't have to be rich because it ain't going on. As long as he's catering to you like you want to be catered to, he's good. He's good. But if he's not, you're not saying yes. You're not saying I do. You guys will even call off the engagement. The fuck?
Yes, I don't know much about the dating market. I mean, that from what I'm hearing from you guys and y'all single people, maybe that
No.
seems to be the case.
The one thing, Zyrex, you were the same way. You're the same woman. You were the same woman.
No,
Yes,
I
you were.
definitely did not operate like that.
You had your. He had to meet your expectations for you to take that ring.
Yeah, but then my expectation, I had like just my and I didn't have high expectations or anything like that. I just had like like practical, like realistic expectations.
If your husband would have came to you and said, "I'm looking for a provider," you'd have left him right there on the stop. You'd have blocked him and never ever seen him again. If he came and said some dumb shit like that.
Came to me that he's looking for a provider.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
of
for
course. I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him
if an average man came and said that to any woman, she would never see him again.
Yeah, because like who's gonna take care of us, as in me and the baby.
Even if you're making $250,000 a year, even if you're making 500, even if you're making $1 million a year, if a man comes and says, "I'm looking for a provider," you'll never see him again.
No, that's different. No, that's different.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, I know it's
No,
different, but it's still the same.
maybe I don't see. This is where like I don't like to say like I'm different. I usually put myself with like the average, the typical, the general, but this is where I am like I'm a little bit different because I'm not a materialistic person.
No, what I'm saying is, once again, right? You are materialistic, maybe not to, I would say, the extreme to other women. You're not. You're materialistic because you mentioned a Ferrari the other day. So I'm not. You are materialistic. So I don't want to hear that.
No,
But you're just
no,
Zyrox.
it's just that when I think of an expensive car, it's a Ferrari. I don't know. I don't know cars.
No, I'm
I know
saying is,
Ferrari because of course I watch movies and stuff. So I
hey,
don't know if Ferrari is an expensive car or not.
I don't
But
care.
from
I don't care. I don't care where you seen it. You're materialistic. Everybody's materialistic. Even men are. Right. So let's keep it real. We like nice things. We like trinkets. Right. Pearly things. Right. We like those things. Right. So understandably, but there's some more extreme than others. Right. I wouldn't say, Zyrox, I would say you're not the most egregious. Right.
I'm not.
But
I'm just not a big consumer.
huh?
I'm just not a big consumer.
I have to see your closet to make that decision. But um, I would say I think you make compromise. You make some. How I want to say this? You prioritize other things, right? More than, let's say, a Gucci bag or shit like that, right? You might prioritize. We got to have a house. You got to be paying for that house. The house we got. Yeah, that's maybe more on your agenda. Real estate stuff like that, right? But you might not be petty. Like you might not want a Birkin bag stuff. So every woman is materialistic to a degree. There's degrees of it, right? But at the end of the day, I would say most women, now I ain't gonna say that, 50% of women want the man, no, all women want the man to take care of them. The women with the careers and making all the money, they still want the man to take care of them, but the women with the careers want to keep those careers to have the leverage. So if he does not comply, she can fly, right? I can still leave him and not be destitute. Those type of women, they like the power. Then women like you who are stay-at-home wives, right? You guys are comfortable in
Yeah.
your
See, we're
setting.
putting. No, see,
Huh?
we're putting ourselves in. We're actually taking a risk, right? Because I'm not working, and so what if he leaves me? Then where do I go?
Yeah, but of course, you're going to get the house. You got the kid, you get the kids. So you know that. Women are very smart. They know y'all research all this shit. So if he was to do something dumb like, "Hey, I'm leaving you," you get that house. Of course, they're not putting you and the kids out. That's what they're not going to do. So that ain't the problem. You're still winning
Yeah, but
at the
what
end of the
about
day.
the bill?
The bills. But what happened is the judge and them your husband will continue to pay those bills until you become efficient enough. So you have time to go back to school. They got all kinds. The husband will be paying for your lawyer. If your husband is a sole provider, right, and you've been staying home. That's called alimony, right? So now you're eligible for alimony. Come on. So he's gonna take that rent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, okay, then that's a trade-off, right? That's a trade-off.
I'm just saying. I'm not. Once again, I'm not saying the trade. What I am saying is, women are always in position of winning. They typically don't go in a position to lose, especially when it comes to
Yeah,
marriage.
because we're the vulnerable one.
No, I wouldn't say vulnerable because now you guys are
Yes,
able to
we
make money.
are.
You guys are no longer vulnerable anymore because you guys are efficient. You guys are smart. You guys go out and get jobs, educations. You guys are competing. You guys are competing. You guys are vulnerable emotionally. Yes. You guys, meaning, do y'all make the best decisions for leadership? No, I agree with you. But when it comes to making your own money and getting out and providing for yourself, that you guys have more than enough proof that you guys are capable, right? Because you guys are doing it,
Yes,
right?
but then usually when we have this conversation, it's because we women will come by the time, like where women have to work, it's because, she comes with baggage, right? Of course, when you're single, yeah, you could, make your money and stuff, but I'm talking about like this, the stay-at-home moms, why they do not work, why, the man, um, pay for everything or whatever. And why like women, that's why women, like before, because back then, women with the stay-at-home moms, they would get, like what do you think happened to them when, when the husband would cheat and stuff like that, or kick her out of the house? Like she would
Yeah.
have nowhere to go. So
No, the question is,
that's
well,
why women wanted to work.
America has always been protecting their women.
No,
Yes, the
no,
government got a
no.
welfare program. Yes, well, we got a welfare program. They'll put you in, they'll house you, everything. Single moms with family. Come on, they
It's
got
only
a.
been recently. It's only
But
recently.
no, it's always been there. My mom, to me, a lot of black women, well, mostly for black women, have been on this program since the 50s, the 40s. So it's been forever. So once again, right, even because what happened was what made
No,
this
the
government
60s.
put this in place, the government put this in place because at that time a lot of guys were going to war, right? So if they was a by chance die in war or something, the government had programs set up to support that woman and the children because the husband would get deleted in the war. So a lot of these programs are set up for I would say military wives, which carried over into single mom, which made them single mothers by not by choice but by default. So that's why a lot of these housing, uh, financial funding programs were set up for military wives, but they didn't have, it really wasn't called military wives. It was just wives whose husband went to the military and they were regular citizens and the husband was sending their money home, right, to help to support that household. Now, if he
Yeah.
gets, so you guys have always been, America has been great at, once again, America's been great at support system if the woman husband is get injured on job or deleted in war or mentally unstable, right? They have programs that will come in and immediately house you, temporary housing, until they find you permanent housing, which is Section 8.
That's only recently again, Ruthless. Don't get it
No,
confused.
no, no, no.
The whole military thing, the welfare for military. Well, of course, government. That's not because government cares about the women. It's because government, demanded the man of the house to go and fight for a useless war. So
Right.
yeah, you're gonna take care of his kid, his family.
Yes.
That's
Yes. And
not because government cares about the woman.
I know that. Right. Right. I'm not saying the government cares. My point is the government understood that through trial and
Yeah, you
error,
do something, then you take care of, you take care of your people.
if the husband gets deleted in war, right, that woman and child is there because a lot of these military men have wives and children, and that's something that happened to them. There need to be something in place. This carried over, so this is all the way back when the World War I, all this shit was happening. So this has been over 100 years, right? That they have put in place these government. That's why they have the tax. They take so much money out the taxpayers to have these for emergency situations for single mothers in place. They've been in place since war, and they have not stopped these programs. Once again, the black women.
They should, and they shouldn't.
Well, I'm not saying they should, but you're saying that oh, well, what is she gonna do? Because I said, and I'm telling you, the government have programs in place right now to this day, 2026 coming up, that will help a woman who's in need with children.
Yes, 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 yes.
Men too. Men too now. Now what's recent is men. Now they have help from men, single fathers,
Yes.
right? Yeah. But
Yes.
what's with the wars, women have always had a support system. If their husbands were to get deleted, bam, they would have the government resources there to further the evolution of that family. So
I got you.
there's no way you're gonna sit and tell me, oh well, new Rufus is new. No, it's been that way. It's just now what we're getting into, women taking advantage of this through the divorce system, right? Now they're divorcing and saying I'm taking this shit, right? And not because war ain't imminent anymore. Like there's not a whole bunch of guys going and getting deleted in war anymore. So now it's, well, I'm not happy. I don't want to be here anymore. That's where you guys are capitalizing the old system that was put in place to help you guys for emergency situations. Now you guys are using it for self-improvement, right? You guys use it for
No.
self-improvement. Yes, because you guys are saying, yeah, if I'm not happy here, you know, all these government things, institutional things that are in place, such as the family court, is going to favor me. So there's no way I'm going to lose. That's why women demand the guy make a certain amount of money. So if they have to leave his ass, he has something for them to take. They don't want no broke nigga. But there will be some.
Because for the most part, men, whenever there's like a separation, men will take off and start his own family.
That's rare.
And I want to take care. No.
That's rare. Yes. That's the
No.
women
Why do you think the court system is the way it is? Because that's what that's exactly what was happening back then.
So
So
once
they had
again,
to write in the law.
once again,
Like,
there were
no, you get a paternity test and you take care of your damn kid.
Once again, those were because a lot of those cases were because a lot of the husbands were coming back from war with PTSD, and then they got addicted to heroin and different things, right? Then we brought in the heroin epidemic. So what do you mean? That had nothing to do with the men leaving because they were just didn't love their wives anymore. They had nothing. No, it was just different. At that time, it was just a lot of wars going on, a lot of and through these wars, there were a lot of not only deletion but PTSD, mental health issues. And this is once again still a minority of outliers. This was not the majority. Okay. Majority of women who are single mothers are leaving the guy. Majority, right? I'm not saying there are no cases where a guy ran off with some other woman. Those are outliers because once again, with all the information we got now, men, they would prefer to have two families. They would stay with their wives and have another woman on the side of the train tracks, right? They were not divorcing the woman that they're with. They were still having their cake and eat it too. With that being said, women were also having babies from men that weren't their husbands while they're with their husband and not telling their husband that this kid that I'm bearing ain't even yours. So once again, we both all have, I would say, done something to escalate, a healthy family. So I'm not going to take the accountability all the way off women and put it on men, right? You're not the father is
Yeah,
a
it's
very
both. Yeah, it's both. Yes.
yeah. But what I would say, once again, the only reason, Zarbax, the only reason I'm heavy-handed on you guys is because you guys are the beneficiaries. Period. The government system favors you in the family courts without a question by very, majority cases. That plus you guys took a lot of money from men. You guys took them gifts. And then y'all made the vows behind those gifts. I will be with you, da 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 da. And you guys reneged on what you signed up for. So that's why I'm a little heavy-handed. And then also, I don't think you guys are totally honest with these men straight up while you're dating them. I don't think you guys tell them that, hey, I'm emotionally unstable. I have anger management issues. I will leave your ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't telling them that on the dating process. Y'all not telling them that. Even though there are signs of it, but most men, because they're not professionals, not doctors, they don't really understand it. It's like, oh, maybe she'll grow out of it, da da da. But you guys aren't totally honest either. But this is
Well, a
what
lot of
Goofy.
times, women aren't aware. They're not aware of, if they have, if they're, deficient in, like in how they like deficient in like knowledge, as in, like a lot of times we don't develop healthy coping mechanisms, right? We don't know how to deal with problems. We don't know how to deal with rejection. We don't know how to deal with a lot of things. We don't know how to deal with our emotions because of our environment, right? And so, a lot of times, yeah, we're not aware of that. And that's why do you think these women go on these like healing journeys? That's usually when they realize that, because of the past history has shown them that they're like sort of, unstable or whatever. That's why they go on this healing journey in hopes to, improve themselves, and in hopes to, learn new ways to deal with stuff.
Once
Now,
again,
I don't know if the outcome is, like good, or if they're really learning anything from, these so-called healing journeys, but everybody needs to have some sort of like self-reflection.
once again, women. The one thing I learned about women, because I've had quite a few monogamous relationships. The one thing I understand about women, they understand who they are and what they are and what they're capable of. They understand men.
Yes.
They understand everything. They understand that they're bitches. They understand they be acting like bitches. They're aware that they be having attitudes. They're aware that they be, doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. They are very aware because they know the difference between right and wrong. So I'm not going to let them off the hook and say, well, they don't know. No, they know. I just don't think what women do is clean up everything with two things: their beauty, and their booty. women leverage their vagina and their looks on men. If you don't, another nigga will. But you won't, I get another man to take your place. That's their leverage. That's why they hate cheaters, because it makes them feel powerless. They need that power to help them think they have control of this relationship. But once you go out and be with another woman sexually, it makes them feel powerless. And this is why they get angry. Plus, they also think they're all that and a bag of chips. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you go be with another woman when I'm a bad bitch? The fuck? And you guys are definitely, egotistical. So I'm gonna play this video real quick, and just to put you in, put you on notice, so that you can understand. Ruthless does not lie.
Problem. Women don't live in reality. A lot of women are very, very, very delusional. And so they have these ideas about men in their head, what they want these men to be. It's like they got a movie and they have a cast, and there's a role for this knight in shining armor that's going to sweep her off her feet and worship her and only her for eternity. His eyes see nobody else but her. His phallus sees nobody else but her. And so she wants that man. She finds a man that she likes. She creates this picture. She's driven by sex, and she wants to trap that man to worship her for eternity. And if he does not play to every single thing that she has in her mind, she wants to blow up the world. She wants to set off a detonator to destroy everything around her if things don't go exactly her way. And so what I come to realize is that a lot of men are struggling, trying to placate to the delusions of women. Well, here's the problem.
So once again, right? This is the women speaking. Y'all think Ruthless is tough on y'all? This is an alpha woman speaking. And I don't agree with her other stuff, but I agree with this. Because I look at all my other relationships. I look at how I've been dealing with women. I got 6 sisters my whole life. And she's dead on that women, they get the man to live in their delusion of worshiping her for eternity. That's why not only is she trip on him for cheating, like if you're gonna have sex, he better not look at another bitch. Matter of fact, you better not smell another bitch. you better not even. Let me find out if there's women tripping on. Why'd you like her picture? You want to fuck her? You can't even like a picture without.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Yeah, because your household is probably a little different, right? This is more new school. You know what I'm saying? Because social media.
Yeah.
The social media age is in. A lot of women are in the Instagram, and their boyfriends are Instagram, and they like it once again. They want that code. They all on his Instagram account, seeing what he's looking at, what he's doing, and if he like another woman's picture, she wants retribution. It's scary. These women are savage. She'd be like, "You want to fuck her?" Even if she knows that he's not gonna, she's no threat really to him to leave her. But hey, she wants that power. She wants him to kiss the motherfucking ring. Is that right? She want to kiss the ring. Let me give you this video. I'm gonna show you.
I was married for 5 years, but I was with my husband for 10 years. And I'm gonna be honest, I lost a good man because of my mindset of I can compete with a man. Like, clean vibes, princess treatment. I ain't have to fucking work. I ain't have to do nothing. I'm talking about lift a finger, but my mouth was bad. And I lost a good man. Like, she said, "Mom, I have to do nothing." Like everything about him was good.
So knowing that,
I'm taking that L, but I still have to.
So you working on it?
Because it's other good men.
So you working on it?
Huh?
You working on it?
That mouth. I'm working on my mouth because in my next relationship, I'm going to obey direct orders. I disobeyed every direct order, but I didn't cheat. And I thought like, oh, I'm the perfect wife. I don't cheat. I don't go outside. I don't even get dolled up. But I'm in the house saying, fuck you, suck my dick. Fuck your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck everybody in this motherfucker. Man, fuck the kids we got together type shit. That's how mad I get. I fucked up a whole marriage. I had the nigga that every bitch wanted.
The crazy thing is,
and I'm sitting here saying that because it eats me up every day.
Yeah. Shout out to you for taking
because now I have to work my ass off, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm an alpha at the end. I was married for 5 years, but I was with my husband for 10 years.
So this is what women are doing to their relationships. Zarba, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we do have a mouth on us. That's definitely something that women. Yeah, that's definitely something that women have to work on. That's just a fact.
And that's why to me, woman fatigue is more egregious because of that right there. She said, I had a man, she didn't have to lift a finger. And because she didn't cheat, right? That was her leverage. I ain't cheating, but you was a bitch ass motherfucker. You's a hoe. No. You need to listen. Shut the fuck up. No. Right? Because she thought, hey, I don't cheat. I'm a good woman, but I'm gonna disrespect you if I feel that I need to be heard. And this is why, once again, women fatigue to me is the most egregious because you guys are the beneficiaries. We got another video from
Men get married and become a father and go, oh shoot, okay, I didn't know it was gonna take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and get the car and do this and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming, and the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would. Your husband or this man? So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways? And so women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, all right, I'm here and I'm gonna learn how to be the best I can for you. And then women do what? You're taking too long. You're not getting there because you haven't fit the box of the fairy tale. They almost always have an amazing husband. But because his amazingness doesn't fit her idea of amazing, guess what? He ain't shit to her. So because he don't fit your tone of red, you gonna tell me this man still ain't red?
So you got this is an indictment on you guys. You guys this is an indictment on you guys, all right? And Ruthless is here to prosecute you in a court of law. I'm here serving your guys' papers. You guys are the problem. Because this is once again, this is why, and listen, I'm not here to try to change you guys or try to really downplay the way you guys are. You guys are the way you are. And I'm cool with it. The only problem I have with you guys, Zyrox, is you guys point fingers. That's the problem I have. Once again, you guys complain about the relationships you control. And to me, that is just selfish, self-centered, and egotistical psychopath. And until you guys accept the responsibility for the actions that you exhibit or put on display in these relationships and marriages, right? Until you guys are able to step up and say, you know what? We stand 10 toes down. I'm just leaving him because I'm tired of his ass. He ain't listening to me. F him. And don't point the fingers. So I say, okay, at least she's keeping it real. And I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying she's right about it, but at least as a man, I can say I did everything I did. But when you're sitting here to society, oh, he didn't do this, it's his fault, the man ain't the leader, that now society, and they coming down on me, well, you need to do this better. And you're sitting there playing the victim. Got him. Y'all go to the courts. Yeah, he's a bad husband. I don't like. He doesn't treat me. Got him. Get that money, baby. Got him. Get the kids. You guys, to me, I don't have no respect for this complaint because you guys are not standing 10 toes down on who you are as a person, which makes you fake.
No, I don't think it's that. I think is that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I think what she said was it's correct. And I think the reason why we complain, as she said, the Dr. Bryant said, is that we women, for the most part, what we tend to do is that we have this idea of what you're supposed to, what a good man's supposed to do. And so when we get with the guy and he doesn't fill in all these, all these holes and stuff, we keep seeing the missing holes. And so that's why we are constantly complaining about those missing holes. And so we keep going, how come you're not filling in the hole? You need to fill in the hole, fill in the hole. And then, so yeah, we continue to complain about it. And like Dr. Brian said, we need to stop doing that. Just because he's like, the man that you have, is like 85% of what you think is a good man. So that means he's missing 15%. Women, we tend to focus on that missing 15% instead of focusing on the 85% that's good, that's filled, that he has. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, that's that definitely applies to me.
Okay. So this is what I know. This is what I have to say to you guys. Why are you guys doing this?
How can you just do what you did to me and then just go live your life like ain't nothing happened? Like, how can you do it, bro? I can't do that.
Oh, that definitely does not apply to me.
How can you guys just do what you did?
If being honest was a person, watch this video. Let me know what you think. Let's go.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? Dating for women is like shopping, while dating for men is like a job interview that he's paying for.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
We feel like they're runner-ups and contestants.
If women have an abundance of choices, would women ever enter an arrangement where they weren't knowingly in control?
No.
So if women are the
That's tough.
choosers, how are men the leaders?
Good question.
Very good
How
question.
can men lead if it's by women's terms?
I have no clue.
Are men leading when they subject themselves to rejection at a woman's discretion?
No.
So then why do we say that men are leaders when women are in control?
We want you guys to lead while we're still in control.
Thank you for being honest.
That's you, Zarek. That is you right there. That she was talking about you. She literally painted your picture.
No, the thing is that it's not women that that claims that men are leaders. It's men say that they're leaders. So when we just go with it, it's not so much as that women are like, oh, you're supposed to lead. Well, you guys said you guys are the leaders because it's with if you're religious, they go it's God, man, woman, and child, or yeah. So
I
you
love
guys claim that you guys are the leaders.
I love that you said that. Thank you, Zarek. You're a sweetheart. Because this is why you guys don't pick the ready-made packages, right? Y'all want the butt breaker nigga. Y'all want to take the most I'm the super duper leader and crush him, right? That's more, it feels better. It's more, how you say, it's more like a gaming. It's like gaming, right? You want to chase the hardest game. I don't want to go after the fish, which is easy to put a hook in it. I want to go after the bear, right? It's more gratification. Take down that big ass bear, right? And then chop him up, right? Women, that's why a lot of y'all go after the rappers. Because y'all think I can take them down. And it feels better if I could get him to break his little attitude, thinking he the leader, he a boss, he the leader, whatever it is. I'm going to crush him with this femininity and make him worship me. This is why these relationships never end up working, because those guys got so many options and they got a lot of money, so they're kind of like, damn, no way. And that's why they end up getting divorces, because they're like, shoo, because the women are trying to break them. The woman they thought that was there to serve them was there to serve herself and take from him and make him not only take from him, but make him bow down to her and kiss the ring. See, it takes all this money.
You're putting intentions in it, That's one thing I don't like, because you're putting intentions in it as if that's our goal or whatever. No, that may look like, it's what we're doing, but no. Like, women, for the most part, just want to find a good man that they are very attracted to, who loves them, and have a family with them. The average woman, that's what she wants. If she's able to bag herself like a sort of celebrity or whatever, I mean, good. But then for the most part, we just want a man that's very good looking, that every time we, look at him, we get butterflies in our stomach, whatever, that loves us. Yeah, that just wants a family with us.
I'm going to have to disagree. You guys, there's levels to it, right? If the average woman, number one, first thing a lot of women are now, especially in 2026, the number one thing on their priority list is not marriage, kids. Their priority list now, see, back in the day when the women had the kids with them, it was hypergamy. That's why even back in the day, the fathers would give them off to guys with the most wealth, money, success, right? Even back then. So then they would have the kids lock in their stability. But now in 2026, because women are able to make their own money and provide their own lifestyle, maybe not as good as the man, but hey, to give them the satisfaction of self-worth, you guys are prioritizing, right? Getting to the bag of independence and all those things over trying to look for a man to do all this. Now, if a man comes along, that's why you guys have all these demands. That's why your standards are higher than, let's say, yours was, Zyrax. Maybe because you're from like a different time, so maybe you still had demands but weren't as high because you were cool with at that time. These women have changed since you're 40 something, right? So that's the whole new 2 or 3 generations are coming in of women. These women are not prioritizing marriage. They don't even want a relationship. They want to live their best life. And a lot of these women are becoming sex workers. A lot of these women are sleeping their way to the top in the corporate world. They're doing whatever it takes to have their freedom from a man. This is what's changed, Zybox. I don't know if you noticed it. Women no longer want to attach their value to a man anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Women are creating now, in their mind, their own self-worth. So even if they get with a man, they're still independent of that man. This is the ideology of feminism. So women are saying, okay, I'll get with him long as he do everything I want him to do for me. If not, I will leave him. And this is why they friend zone 12 dudes. Or this is why they're not getting married. So because they want to, if they can't get the guy to get them exactly the way they want to get the guy, they will live alone and have 5 or 6 guys in the friend zone, right? And then they would go ahead and keep getting their money and trying to find out or figure out a way to the top. But they're not leaning on men so much no more. They still are, but they're doing it differently. If a guy wants to talk to them, they're like, oh, you need to cash at me, have a conversation with me. Oh, how much you make? What do you do for a living, right? Women are more aggressive and more assertive, and they want to be able to get the money still from the man without having a relationship or even a marriage with him. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then is that the woman's fault or is that the man's fault?
That's the woman's fault because she's saying, I just
She
want
could
your money.
demand all she wants, though. Yeah, she could demand all she wants, right? But then if the man doesn't, give it to her, then she would know that oh shit, I shouldn't be doing this because look, I put this out there. Nobody's walking up to my line. No one's standing in front of me. So therefore, I should lower my standards, or I should not ask for this. But if she puts this, she puts her sign up and then, says, oh, in order to talk to me, you have to cash app me. And if she gets cash app, if she has a whole line, you can't blame her for that. That's
Well,
because,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Well, what I am saying is women are taking advantage of the nature of man. See, they know that men are automatic.
Yeah, maybe so, yes.
Women already know that men are taught and raised and naturally are, because all of our value, 80% to 90% of our value comes from economic efficiency or success amongst men and women, period, right? So women are taking advantage of that. They're saying, okay, shit. So a man, when he gets a certain level, he wants to what? He wants to have a woman or 2 or 3, whatever. But he wants to have a woman to share this with. And women understand this in men. See, women are very intelligent. You guys are very smart, right?
Yes,
you guys
we are.
understand this is what a lot of men in the space I think are delusional. You guys look at men from a business perspective. That's how you guys look at men from. Y'all don't look at men, oh, I want to be in him, love. No. Y'all look at, okay, what can I get out of this? What's the purpose of me being with this man if he's not going to make my life better? And if that man cannot make your life on a level you think to make you better or forward in the progression of success, you will continue to be by yourself and deal with the man who you think can get you there. If not, you'll just go get education or whatever you got to do, or even to become a stripper, or even to become on Figueroa, right? You guys even sell your vagina just to keep that freedom. See, that's why women are selling themselves. That's why women are opting into prostitution, because they want the freedom to do everything they want to do without having to answer to a man. So it's easier for them to charge upfront costs to give him what he wants. They give it them, and then they move on and be able to get their lashes done, their body work. They be able to go on girls trips when they want to. They don't have to sit there and explain to him. They don't want to feel like slaves anymore. They said in relationship, women feel oppressed because they want to get out and live life to their standards. So this is what women are doing. This is why in the next, and this is my prediction, in the next 6 years, maybe less than that, next 5 years, it's already starting now. It's already starting out. But the next 5, we will be living in an era of prostitution. because these women do not no longer want to attach their wagon and success to a man. This is why Aisha Curry is she's lashing out, because all her success, everything is tied to Steph Curry, and that makes her feel miserable. That's why she comes out on these podcasts and yells and screams Jada Pickett and so much more, right? And so much more. I'm just going to stop them too, because they want to be the ones. They want to feel like I'm the one that need to be. You need Steph Curry. Ain't nothing. I'm the one. So women are even getting jealous of their successful husbands. That's why they're saying, "Oh, I don't feel happy here." Because if she's not being worshipped, not only by him, but by everybody else around, she feels she's losing. Even if she got a couple of Rolls Royces, every Birkin bag that came out every year for the last 20 years, even though she's got the biggest house, she got servants, she doesn't even have to take out the trash or wash the dishes. She got everything. She pretty much, all she got to do is be a mother. That's it. And she didn't even got, all she got to do is just make sure they go to bed. Because most of them in school, right? After they go to school, shit. She only deal with them a couple hours. And then the weekends. So, once again, no matter what level you see women at, they're complaining. They're with a rich man who has, and even if he's faithful, even if he's not going out and having scandals, right? They're complaining about these men. Well, he doesn't listen. Oh, I think I should be getting eye fucked. I'm missing eye fucked by all these dudes, right? And why is Steph Curry wife complaining? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you, Cardi B's gonna expose this right now.
Men actually respect marriages.
What do you mean by that?
Women don't really respect marriages.
You're saying outside of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like a man wouldn't come to you.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, you've got your thing.
Yes, like it's like when I used to meet guys, any type of famous guys and stuff like that, they'll be like, how you doing, Cardi B? Like this and that. My DMs were extremely dry. Nobody would approach me. But these women, they will throw themselves at a married man like it's nothing. It's like, oh well, whatever. And it's not because it was me, like because I don't, I'm Cardi B at the end of the day. When I announced that I was single,
So once again, right? This woman, I would say indicting themselves. That she's saying, as beautiful as she is, Cardi B is a very attractive woman. She said when she was married, her DMs were dry. Dudes would come up to her and just give her friend handshakes and keep it pushing, right? But the women would throw themselves at her husband like it was nothing. Like, oh, I don't care. So you guys are writing, and you guys got a voice. Shout out to you boos. Y'all got a voice. Y'all speaking y'all truth, boo boo. So shout out to the shout out.
Don't even go there. To act like men don't be going after married women, please.
Not like women. Number one is
come on.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not saying men don't mess with married women in totality, right? If it is, it's very discretion. It's not, you're not gonna see a whole bunch of men lined up for Cardi B. You might got one guy who she works with, who's been around her, and she makes a move. She'll have to make the first move. And then he might go because he's just tempted because he's attracted to her. But on a large scale, men are not chasing married women. It's just not happening. Once they see that ring, we kind of go left. Because, and I'm not saying to your point, Zabak, there are some men who, and these are outliers, right? These are guys these are rare. They just go after married women, right? They got the cachet, the game, they're really good looking. But these guys are far and in between. The average man is average. He doesn't go after married women because it just not to his benefit, don't want the problems, especially when they got kids. Oh, hell no. We don't want the baggage. But women, they would in large throw themselves at, right? In large chunks of women will go after married men.
I don't know about that.
Shoot, look at the rappers, right? Tyrese.
I would never.
Man, no, not you, yeah, but of course I'm not. See, don't make this about you. We're making it in general.
Yeah, but even in general, See, if we're talking about celebrity, that's a different, that's a different ball game, right? But if you're talking about like, like average, woman, trying to
It's
get with
not.
like average married man, I don't think so.
You know who's the easiest victims for me? You know who's the
Married
easiest victim?
women?
Yes, easiest. They're easier than single women. All I have to do is placate to the, and I can make the call. All I gotta do is say, you guys argue about dumb shit. He don't listen to you. And then the opposite. That's all I gotta say. I got her. And then listen when she talking, just listen. Boom. I'm gonna get her in like 30 days, 30 to 60 days. I have her. She'll be mine and she'll be ready to leave him. I used to be that way. I don't do that no more. But I used to be I am the wife. Yeah, I get, because I know that you guys complain. I knew that. I knew how to, you know what I'm saying? I knew how to, okay, I know something wrong in that relationship and she hasn't let it go. And I will go in there and surgically use that. I will play on that and you'll agree. And then I'll be like, I will never do that to you. And I got you. I got you. She's mine. She's already mine. And this is like in a week. It's just gonna take a little process because she's not. A lot of these women aren't emotionally available right away. So just keep constantly talking, keep constantly listening, and then just be like, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Look at how I'm gonna do. You give her some roses. Don't give her no roses. Oh, it's over. Oh yeah, I'm locked in. So I know married women are easy money. Easy money. I don't do it no more because I'm in a different place. But my point is, I understand the dichotomy of woman of her complaint issues that you can take her because she's going to always complain about her relationship. So that's the easy way in, and that makes her vulnerable and easy to attack. And plus, because all that she got to do is look at me and smile, it's over. Then I'm finna just, you married? Oh yeah, I gotta
Go
help you.
in.
Yeah, I have married women like he's just a placeholder. She wants to come live with me every time. I'm like, no. Go back to your husband. I just want to have sex with you. Don't you better not leave him. I told him that.
Yeah.
For real, because I'm like, But women you guys are very hypergamous. You guys will, but hypergamy doesn't have everything to do with money, right? It also has
It can also be status, and
status, yes, and how I make you feel. If I can tap into those feelings, it's over. I don't care who you are. You can be with the richest nigga, the best man in the world. If I can tap into those feelings that he once tapped into, but is not continue to tap into, you're mine. You might have you in figure four positions, everything, calling my name, talking about it's mine. I'm like, damn, this shit here. Yeah, your daddy. Damn, promoted me already? But I'm telling you, women are easy targets. This is why a lot of men don't like women with high body counts or stuff like that, because they feel like it's more harder to stop her, which I don't agree with that. I don't think it doesn't matter. I don't think body count matters, right? Because women are driven by the way they feel in their emotions. So it doesn't matter. They can have one man, and if another man comes in and she perceives him as being better, she's going to cheat. And if especially if his bedroom game is at the top of the scale, now she's ready to leave. She's ready to roll out. Then, oh yeah, he just touched my soul. So women are, these women are, you guys are easy peasy. That's why I would never marry you guys, because I understand that you guys are driven by the way you feel in your emotions, that if they're compromised, they can be compromised very easily. There's just no way I can attach myself to that because I can't control that. And if I can't control, then I can't roll.
Understandable.
And a lot of men lean on, oh, she's a strong woman. I'm looking for me a strong woman. There's no such thing. Anybody who's driven by emotions and the way they feel are the weaker person. And they're subject to, they're subject to, I would say, outside influence. Now, enough about the women, right? Let's talk about the men. Us men are delusional, right? We're so delusional. We think you women love us for our character and our personality. We think you look at us like I'm him. We think you don't want our money. You don't care about our money and all this shit, right? We're delusional. We're delusional. And then we'll come on here and tell other men, don't leave with your wallet. How are you not going to leave with your wallet when her expectations and her demands is you got to be economically efficient to even deal with her? How is that possible? Tell me. Or go to the park. Nigga, how many times you going to go to the park? How many times you going to go to the park for free? And she going to continue. She going to think of broke energy. Broke energy. And she's gonna friend zone you until you get your wallet up, until you get your bread up. Don't be telling me every time. Damn, how come every time when are you gonna take me to somewhere? That's gonna come up. When are you gonna take me to dinner? When are we gonna go out? Yeah, you about just take her to the park. Get the fuck out of here, right? You might be able to get away with it once, maybe twice, maybe, but it's not. She's gonna be looking at you like, okay, nigga, that third time, you better not talk about no part. You better not even, the letter P better not be coming out your mouth. Yeah, these women ain't taking that. Oh, and the dudes and the men, y'all got to hold your wallet, hold your money, and make her like you. This nigga Goldie, I don't know if you heard of Goldie. He's a new guy on the internet, right? He talking about.
No, I've never heard of him.
Huh?
No, I've never heard of him.
Okay, so he's new on the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, you got a woman that like you. Da-da-da. But guess what? This nigga pulls up on his girl in a Rolls Royce Phantom, and it's got a hell of a paint job, right? He pulls up and he gets out with these Rolex watch or these $500,000 watch, all this shit. And he says, I want a woman to like me for me. I date who likes me. Nigga, are you serious? Are you delusional? And this is the thing. This is the delusion of men, right? We think women really like only after all, even if we got all this stuff, these nice trinkets, all these things. Oh, she doesn't want them things. She only wants me. You's a motherfucking fool. You better believe it. She might not want all of it, but she want access. And she's entertaining you, right? Because she's expecting. And he's delusional again. And I think he's lying because I know if a rich man put up in a Rolls Royce, there's no way he's letting a woman pull out her wallet. He's paying for that. Come on, man. It's just so anyway, right? Men, we're delusional. We looking for a woman to take care of, but we don't want her to use us. Does that make sense? That doesn't make no damn sense. We don't want to be used, but we're looking for a woman to take care of. So if you're looking for a woman to take care of, she's going to use you, nigga. Period. I mean, we both using each other respectfully, but her usury is way more. Yeah, you finna pay for this, you finna pay for that, just to get this exclusive time with me, which is a high form of prostitution. But we don't want to call it that, right? We don't want to call this America, right? We like to live these lies, right? The women don't want to say, I'm not no prostitute, but you got to pay for my bills. Oh, you got to pay for these dates. I'm not paying, boo. If you want some of this, if you want some of me, if you want me, you're going to have to show you're a provider, which is part of that providing is paying for shit, which is just a higher level of prostitution that we don't want to admit. But this is the delusion of men and the psychology of women, right? They know it's prostitution, but hey, if he don't believe it, shit, I don't believe it. But inwardly, we know that I'm charging him for to be with me. This is why they preach against broke energy. Now, the argument of homosexuals, right, is the argument. When there's men sleeping on women couches, blah, blah, blah. Come on, nigga, these is rare. And this is in the hood. This is poor men, right? Who maybe got out of jail and they have long-standing history with this woman. They might got a kid. But best believe, every time they have an argument, she's calling him brokey. If you don't like it, get your bitch ass up out of here. You ain't shit. I gotta pay all the bills. I gotta this. She gonna make him know that, nigga, you ain't shit because you ain't got no money. And the only reason she have him around because his D game is elite. That's the only reason. She's like, man, this man a beast, and he looks good, and his sex is good. So she's gonna keep him around for 6 months, maybe a year, before she gets rid of him. Because then she's gonna lose respect for him. She's like, this nigga ain't going. When are you gonna pay these bills? When are you going to step up as a man and be a man? That's what's going to be her anthem to him. And then he has to go get another girl. Do this again with some other Section 8 girl. But she ain't doing it with no middle class woman. He's not doing that with no high level woman. No way. If she even smells you broke, nigga, her coochie drying up and she's getting you up out of there. You're dead to her. You're dead to her.
Why people don't want love is because most women want their bills paid. They don't want love.
Oh.
They got 4 or 5 people because they got more than 4 or 5 bills. And I think as long as we're in this transactional era of time, it's never going to be able to get back to love. We got to focus on the core value of what actually matters inside of a relationship. And we've strayed too far. Honestly, don't get mad at me. I know there's a lot of ladies in here.
I'm seeing all the faces behind you.
It's the truth. Honestly, we live in a prostitution era.
Wow.
Speak for yourself.
When you go broke, I will leave you.
Oh.
Figure it out.
So you're here to just bleed them dry.
Yes.
As soon as you get everything.
So you women are savage.
Speak for yourself.
No, you too. You too.
So that's because I'm married. That's different.
You're just a live-in. You're the live-in gold digger. That's all you are. You're a live-in gold digger. You're doing it by the levels of the law. Okay, yeah. You have expectations still to this day. Because if your husband ever come to you and say, "Baby, I'm not paying for nothing no more. You got to take over," you might step up for a little bit, and then you're gonna lose respect for him, and then you're gonna start looking at other men who are more successful. You're gonna get rid of them. It's just the name of the game. Or if not, because this is how you got to think. Huh?
No, you're right.
I
And
know.
again, it goes back to, sort of like the way women we are conditioned. We are told that, that when you get married, you know, make sure he takes care of you and stuff like that. So that's why we have this, again, we have this like fake, not necessarily fake, but then we have this idea of what a man, is what a man is. And so, instead of dealing with the man that we have now, we think that if he doesn't bring home the money and stuff, he's not paying for stuff, then like he's no good. He's
He's not a
useless.
man.
Yeah. And so what, like, the solution to that is to be more like, just be more aware of it, be more aware of it. Like, don't think like that. Try not to think like that. That's what I do. Like I have to tell myself, like sometimes, like my husband, like sometimes he does something that like that annoys me or whatever, right? But then I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to do this. No, I have to tell myself, I have to remind myself that, no, like I'm not, like deal with him, not deal with this, this thing that you have in your head of what a man's supposed to do.
And this is
That's like the only way. That's the only way you could fix it.
But you
Because
can't
it's
really
because like
fix it.
Dr. Brian said. Well, yes, like Dr. Brian said, it's all in your head. So the only way
Yeah.
to think, the only way to fix it is to fix fix the way you think.
Well, I don't think you can fix it. You can see. I
Or
do agree
correct
with
it,
you.
whatever you want to call it.
I agree with you. This is why I agree with you, man. Right? You can't fix it,
Mm-hmm.
but you can acknowledge it. But you will always have this. It will always be an internal conflict within yourself.
Yes.
You have to
Yes.
fight it. So that's why you can't fix it. But once again, right? This is why it is very difficult for men and women to be around each other a long time, because it's very difficult to fight these things for a very long time, right?
I understand that.
Because
Yes.
yeah, it's build up. It's called build up.
Yes.
Once, and right now, everything's going to be all right because your husband. The good thing about him is he's very non-confrontational with you.
Yes.
So that helps it a lot, right? But the moment, and this is very important, the moment he tries to stand up and be a man and act like he's a leader, all that shit you've been, all that stuff you've been fighting is coming out. You annoying.
No, because we have like we have daily talks about about our relationship, about like just life in general, expectations and stuff like that. So like I tell him all the time, like I'm fully aware of where I fall short. Like whenever there's a problem, I understand it's like my fault. It's usually because I feel like he's not meeting like a certain expectation of mine, and that's what
Right.
it is. It's managing expectations that women have a hard time um, you know, hard time managing because we set expectations sometimes without even realizing that we set expectations. And it's hard to undo those expectations. And so a lot of times, when I get like sort of, angry at him or whatever, it, I, it takes like maybe a day or so, then, I go, of course it's my fault because I keep thinking that this is what you're supposed to do when, that's not you. And it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. And
But
it's why we've been able to last this long.
yeah.
We have to be aware of you have to be aware of your own, like I said, shortcomings and stuff. You have to own up to your shit. Like if you know that it's it's all in your head. Yeah, you have to say it's all in your head. Otherwise, otherwise it's going to come off as like me accusing him of not measuring up when
Right.
he's been, a great husband, a great father.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, long as he's very non-confrontational, so he doesn't drill it in on you, right?
I think because I own up to it, because I own up to it. If I don't own up to it, I think he would have. I think he would have been more maybe pushy or demanding. I'm not too sure.
Your husband's the type that's going to just leave you. I'm telling you that right now. He's not going to do it right now because you are doing that. That helps a lot. You know what I mean? But if you were to unleash those things on him, he will leave you. He's that type. He's not gonna conflict with you because he's already. I'm sure already because I know I'm a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Us men, we assess, we internalize, we compartmentalize, and we make proper assessment. If this happens, we're gonna do this. If this happens, we'll do that, right? So he's already formulated a full plan on different scenarios take place. He's probably already ready to, if those scenarios take place, to execute whatever it is he's going to execute. But right now, he's going to stay in it because you guys have a family, one, and he believes in nuclear family, of course. And two, he loves you. And three, he probably works a lot and doesn't really have time to focus on stuff like that too much. So it kind of helps. But if you ever, and I'm gonna say this, if you ever unleash those things on him and you make it unbearable for him, he'll walk away. That's the type. The guys who are non-confrontational, they're the ones who will walk away the fastest. Guys who are confrontational, they because they're trying to solve it, right? So they'll stay. So though the quiet ones are the most dangerous ones when it comes to, making,
Interesting.
making, because the quiet ones are the ones who have the plans. They're already internalizing, okay, and they already got all the stuff in line. Yeah, believe it, because they observe you. Don't think that we're not watching you and we're not seeing those things that exhibit bad behavior. We see it, right? Don't think we're just, we don't know. We see it. We just, as men, we're not going to act immediately, right? We're going to give you a lot of rope to hang yourself. We're going to give you a lot of rope, especially if you have our kids. We're going to give you a lot of rope to hang yourself. But you got to
Why are
hang
you gonna
yourself.
let us hang yourself? Why though? Why would you let us? Why would you let us hang yourself?
Because number one, we have a very large investment in you, emotionally and financially, right? Plus, once again, our ideology of the nuclear family is very important to us. Men value, this is why I said earlier in the stream, men value the nuclear family more than women. That's why.
No, because if you value it, you wouldn't let her hang herself. That's what I'm saying. Why would you let her hang her? Like, why would you let the woman hang herself?
Because we figure out long in the relationship we can't control you. We already air out our grievances. We air out our grievances, and you still don't listen. So we just start saying, okay, you know what? We don't want to argue about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? So then we'll say, okay, we're just gonna take it as much as we can, because obviously, if I air these grievances out on multiple occasions and she seems to be combative and not acknowledging her part in this situation, as men, we're going to say, okay, you know what? Maybe she'll get it right herself. Maybe we'll let her figure it out. That's the rope, right? That's the rope. But we're not just going to up and leave right away, because once again, we love you and we got a lot of money invested in you. So yeah, we're gonna methodically, we're gonna try to, move with precaution and hope that you guys can get it right, because you're an adult. We look at you as an adult, not a child, and we're not here to raise you. We're here to compliment you and provide a lifestyle for you so that you can raise your children and live a life of, I would say, stability. Not you got a roof, we're paying the bills. You never got to worry about the bill coming before you talk about what we gonna do. None of that. So, we will give you a level of time to put this shit together. That's why I said to you, we first met, or y'all coming here, I said, go run his bathwater for him. Twerk on him. You like, hell no. And then when you ask him, he's like, I really tripped on the bathwater, but really he is. But it's not really maybe that big to him. But he did express some concern to you. And you obviously dismissed it. Oh, like whatever. But once again, there's a level. See, every man has a breaking point. It takes a lot more to break it. And that's the rope I'm talking about. And if you ever go in on him in a way where it's egregious, oh yeah, he's out of there. 100%. 100%. You'll never see it coming, because you think, where is he going to go? Oh, believe that. That's what Giselle thought about Tom Brady, right? She thought that if she could threaten him with divorce, that he's not going to play football. Tom Brady already had everything to play. I'm going to go do what I do. I'm a leader. If I have a right to change my mind, I want to play a year or two more. You support me. And then she sent him the divorce papers, and she thought that, oh man, shoot, I need to get right. She tried to, and then Tom Brady got his lawyers on that ass, right? So, and then it didn't go the way she thought. So once again, women like leverage, right? They leverage the relationship against the man. They leverage her vagina against the man. And the man, that's not really why we're with you. You think your vagina's keeping us there? No, it's not. We're there. We're for the journey, right? We're in it for the journey and seeing the flourishing of the family excel and prosper. But the woman we love and the children that's under our covering, that's what we're there for. We're not just there for the vagina, right? Because that vagina is 1 in a billion, right? You can always get that. But we're there for the journey and to see the fruition of this love that we built on. But you guys like to leverage, power control. You guys want to say, well, I'm not happy. What you need to do. Why are you not this? Why? And then us men, we stop arguing with you guys because we see that as not productive. It's counterproductive. So now, once we stop arguing with you guys, you should be concerned. That means there's a rope there, an invisible rope. And be careful, because if you hang yourself, there's no coming back. And that's what women, but that's still rare, but it's still there. That's why a lot of women get out the relationship. That's why they leave, because they understand. That's why they file first. They understand that, okay, I know that he's not going to comply and he's not going to argue with me anymore. So she feels like she's losing control. So she's out. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm going to forget that. I'm not going to let him leave me or let him, because that'll hurt their ego, right? If he files with divorce papers first, oh my gosh. So they like to beat him to the punch. So women are notorious for wanting to win. They play to win. Women hate losing. And that's why they file divorce the most, because they don't want to be that dude to beat them to the punch, because then it makes them feel like they're the problem and they're losing. And that's why they don't give a fuck. They take the family, I'm going to get the kids, and then lie to everybody and make it seem like he's the problem. And tell the kids your daddy ain't shit. And when they get mad at the little boy, you're going to be just like your daddy. Always talking down on the husband who they was with for all these years. So you guys are the problem, in my opinion, when it comes to this dynamic. I'm not saying men are perfect, but nobody's perfect, right? So that's why you marry each other, because you sign up who you can deal with the most. All the other men you date all have something wrong with them, but you love this guy the most. So I'm going to put up with his stuff the most. But then when you guys divorce or you guys complain, you guys null and void the thing you signed up for. And this is what makes it egregious on the women fatigue. Because you guys are beneficiaries, because once again, you guys run the show. Dad ain't giving you over to husband anymore. You guys pick your husband. You guys pick your boyfriend. You pick your baby daddy. You guys pick these guys. So once again, you guys complain about the relationships you run and then turn around and say it's the man's fault. And this is why in this spaces, there's a large divide between men and women, because the women are saying, we ain't fuck you guys. We don't give a fuck. We doing what we do. What y'all gonna do? And the man like, baby, come back. Come back in the house, baby. Please. Please, mamacita, papacita, please. And y'all like, shut your asses up. I'm gonna get the bag. What the fuck?
Okay, as soon as we start talking, I need them hoes gone by tonight. Matter of fact, cancel that. Cancel what I just said. Actually, I need them hoes gone before you even text me.
She don't even know his name. She said he need them hoes gone before. First she said before we get to know each other. Then she said no. Before you text me, good morning, them hoes need to be gone. Damn, Zyrox. I'm telling you, this is how it's moving. This is a modern woman. This is how they're moving out here. This is how they're moving.
Okay, so this is something that I honestly been pondering on actually for a few years now. I remember what the Bible said about women and like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit, and things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do. The paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation. How good men get stomped out, how kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural.
And y'all are self-admitting this on TV, on national TV. Or let's say YouTube or TikTok. Y'all are admitting that y'all, even other women are acknowledging this. And this is the arguments. This is what I think these arguments are. And I don't understand why the men keep trying to have these conversations with you guys. Because you guys are not changing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's why Ruthless has a solution. Ruthless has a solution. But they really don't like my solution. Well, I think you guys are still cool to deal with, but in a different capacity. I think, because we always gonna deal with you because we want you guys, right? We want you guys. You got a lot of bad bitches out here. You got sexy women. You got, we naturally still want to, be around you guys, but I just don't think you guys are valuable for long-term commitment. I just don't think you guys are good at that stuff. I think women are better at short-term gratification. I think you guys are better at short-term gratification with less responsibilities. I think you guys are better single mothers than you are wives. I think you guys are better being independent than codependent. I just think you guys are. And I think that's how men should meet you guys in your truth. I don't think men need to stop forcing this. We need to stop forcing this women to try to be the way we want them to be. When truth is, the women are speaking their mind. Me and you just listen to over several videos of women expressing themselves. Right?
Yeah, but not everyone's like completely honest. You have some that are just saying, just they're just talking points and stuff.
That what?
That they're just talking points.
No, they're not talking points. This is real. Women really feel that they're the prize.
Yeah, some women feel like they're the prize. Some women, don't. Some women don't even, never heard of that concept. Oh, the prize. Are you the prize or the, yeah, like it's like I understand some women feel like they're the prize because maybe they're pretty and stuff like that. Or again, comes back to like conditioning because when a man asks for a woman, her hand in marriage, that's what is perceived as the prize because the prize is sits there and then you go and you play the game to get the prize. So that's why women thought that they were the prize.
And they still think they're the prize, right? Even after they're married, right? They still think they're the prize. So this is what.
But that's because again, if you guys men no longer feel like women are the prize, then you don't. Yeah, you're just gonna have to use like a different analogy or something because that's originally that's what it meant. Is like when they go, women are the prize.
Women and men think women are the prize. So it's a mutual understanding. There's very few men that's going to come here and say that they're the prize, right?
Yeah,
listen,
like it depends on the relationship. Some people feel like maybe she's the prize. I feel like in my relationship, I feel like my husband is the prize.
No. If your husband was the prize,
I
you'd
don't
be
care,
catering.
I don't care.
If you thought he was the prize, you'd be catering to him a lot more. You run that
I
bathwater.
do, but just because I don't run his bathwater, that doesn't mean that I don't cater to him. Jesus, ruthless.
She said, just because I run the bathwater, even though it's free, but it's okay. I still think he's a prize. Yeah, psych. You run that relationship, and you know you do, because you think he's expendable, right? Women think men are expendable.
No, he's not. That's my point. He's not.
Yeah.
I will never. I don't think I could ever. I don't think I no. No, because the qualities that I want in a man, yeah, like I don't think I'll be able to find in another.
Right, as long as she's serving you the way you want to be
No,
served.
our
Yeah,
kids. No, our kids.
no, you said it right. As long as
No,
he's
our
serving,
kids. No, not
No,
serve. No, not serve me. Serve our kids. No, because that's what I value the most.
no, you value yourself the most. Women would, and this is, let me say this: women would never love the kids or a man more than they love themselves. Period.
Please,
Women,
Rickless, please.
women, even though they love their kids, right? I ain't gonna say y'all don't love your
If
kids,
I
but
love
y'all don't love.
myself, I wouldn't be here.
Well, you love yourself because this part of your, how I want to say it, it's a part. This is part of your joy, so of course you're there. But it's all at the benefit of
No,
you. Yes,
no, no, no.
but
You
this
just
is
don't
what.
know. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to dive into like my story. But
Yeah.
no, if I care, if I was really, if I really cared about myself, I wouldn't be here.
Well, because because you have the desired outcome. Number one,
No, I don't.
right?
Not what I
Well,
really want.
I mean, to a degree,
Well,
right?
yes, of course.
Of course, yeah. To a degree, you have your desired outcome, and
I wouldn't call it desired though.
I would say, how I would say it's a level of desire, right? So, were you
No,
always,
it's basic, like your basic like necessities, whatever you want to call it.
yeah?
I
What
would
I'm
even
saying
say,
is,
yeah, want, but then desire is a little bit strong.
well, desired
But the
outcome
want,
is
yes. What I
you.
want, yes.
Yes, that's desirable.
No, desire is like, a level up.
That's another level, right? There's several
Yes,
levels to
that's
desired
another
outcome.
level. Uh-huh. Yes.
There's the there's the there's things that, how would I say this? There's things that you're cool with. There are, you mean being him not
You're content
cheating,
with.
him listening to you, all those things, right, are desirable. Okay, you got a man that's
Things
gonna
that
not
I'm
gonna,
content with. These are
right,
things that I'm content with. Yes.
and it's a desired outcome, but it is not the highest of your desired outcome, right? Meaning
Yeah. Uh-huh.
there's always room for improvement,
Of
right?
course.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
So, but the basic necessities, the basic format is desirable, right? For now, if unless you, the only way you walk, if you feel you can obtain, number one is you guys have to really fall out. That's number one. Like if he stops, if if he starts going in on you and start arguing with you more and starts compromising your feelings more, then that's when you will start exercising your the hireable or the more desirable outcome. Then you be like, okay, maybe I man, he ain't even, you're cool, but I would definitely like better, right? Because we know that women are never satisfied. So we understand that there's always can be room for improvement.
Yeah, we
But
could always do better. Yes.
yeah, but what I mean is the desirable outcome of marriage, kids, that's desirable.
Well,
That's not a
yes.
slave. That's something that he didn't force you to do it. You you signed up for it because it was desirable to you. Now, once again, I'm not saying that there's not room to grow, but once again, you want at one point you wanted marriage, you wanted one day to have kids, a husband, your own husband, and you got all those things. Now you want more. You want to add to your trophy case, of course. But right now, you don't think that's happening right now. Hopefully, he gets a big raise or hit the lottery or something, and then y'all can roll out. But I'm just saying, right?
No,
Right now,
no. What I want, or it's sort of like you know, when I say like it's not what I desire, it's only because I wasn't able to obtain the stuff that I wanted before a family. And so now that I have, like, it's like now that I have my family, it would be silly of me to want, to desire to desire stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
oh, I wanted to travel or something. Like, it would be silly for me to like want to travel but not have three kids that are preteens. That's just, yeah, stupid and selfish, and yeah, like I just could not do that.
yeah.
It wouldn't
That's
be
your
fair to my
natural
kids.
nature, right. That's your
Yeah.
nature, right? To and let me make this. It ain't just women; it's men too. We all have a natural proclivity to want more, right? You don't think your
Yes.
husband don't want? He wants more money. You believe that? You know what I'm saying? the opportunity for him to make a whole load of money, he's taking it. You think he's turned it down? Heck no. I mean, make sure it's good money. Not no, you don't know, illegal money, but you know what I mean? But if he has a chance to get a promotion where he's double his income and can improve your lifestyle, he definitely taking that. So we all have men and women, we want the same thing. It just how we get it is differently, right? Men, we want the same thing. We want more money. We want to be rich. We want to be all that shit. But we will get it out of the life, right? We'll look at it out of life. Women, y'all like to do that too, and most likely like to get out of the man, right? You want your man to be able to, in most cases, if you're going to deal with him, to be able to get you closer to that. That's why women would say, well, if you can't make my life better, if I feel stuck, I'll leave you because I need to grow. So once again, we understand that everybody has a desire to, think improving their lifestyle, especially women, right? Because men, we want more, but we'll settle for this because, and it's not that it's our choice, it's what we have to do, and we'll move forward. We don't really conflict that much internally. Now, I will say this: men are jealous of other men, right? Like men who got things like your husband, and they see their best friend excelling, right? And be like, man, how he get that? I deserve it. I got to work this job. I want better too. And then I got this woman at my home. She's a bill. She don't even want to put in, so we can get, so I have to sacrifice for my family. And then he's walking around this new ass Lamborghini. I hate him because jealousy is a big part of our society. So once again, we all want the same shit, but everybody just ain't going to get all of it. It just not going to happen. Most people are going to be average earners or a little bit above average earners for their whole life. And it ain't that they don't want to be ambitious, that they don't want, but a lot of men are willing to take the risk because most men who are very rich, they took a lot of risk to get that money. You know what I'm saying? They did some stealing, some lying, you know what I mean? They did some shit and got away with it and got lucky, right? Most wealth is obtained by taking, right? That's why women like the Pookies in the Ray Race because they like risk takers. We want niggas that's going to take these risks so we can, if we can beat the curve, shit, we can live the life. If not, if he don't get it, I have to leave him and find somebody else. But if he get it, hey, we'll take them W's. So that's why the Pookies and Ray Rays are so desirable because they're risk takers. They go after, and if everything falls short, they're going to go for that 50 mil, even if it risks a life sentence in jail or them getting shot, whatever. That's why women are attracted to those men for, not necessarily because they don't like the average man, but they feel like the average man is, that nigga, he don't have no ambition. I need the best that life has to offer. So that's why these guys don't have a large option of women chasing them, lining up to be with them. They're mostly going to get a woman when she's 45, 50, and she promotes them out of friend zone because she understands her beauty is declining and she no longer will be able to compete with these younger girls. So then she'll promote a nigga at age 45, 38. She'll promote him out to friend zone. Sometimes a little sooner, depending on I would say the level of urgency. But typically 35 plus, they'll start promoting friend zones. Because now they know that the younger women, because once again, a woman's beauty is her beauty is her currency. And she can't compete with, because there's a bad bitch born every day. There's a bad bitch born every day, right? So she's competing. Yeah, she's competing. So once she falls off, 35, 36, like, ooh, she look in the mirror. Now some of them will try to stretch it out a little longer. But typically they'll start promoting the friend zone guys. The friend zone, yeah, that's how women move. Y'all have plans. Women are strategical. You guys plan shit out. You guys ain't just sitting there having sex with men There are some women doing it, but most women, they got plans. Plan A, B, C, and D. Now, some of them don't execute, like in maybe your case. I'm sure you have a plan B and a C, but you haven't executed. You haven't executed because, once again, your kids to you.
There's no need to.
Right. Well, yeah, you got your kids in a place, right? And how I want to say this, you just not gonna, you don't want to up and in your kid's life into a of chaos. You know what I mean?
Well, but the only reason why you would execute plan B, C, and D is if, plan A goes awry or, or something happens. But if nothing happens, then yeah, your plan B, C, and D will never, come into fruition.
Right. But I'm just saying is, what I'm saying is, sometimes stay in a relationship a little too long. You know what I mean? Get caught up in hoping, but it's a little too late. So you just don't want to upend your kids and put them in a. You will do it if, like I said, a woman will do it. Don't listen. A lot of women in all these relationships that are average, they're standing there. A lot of them lasting because the guys are happy, wife and happy life. And so some women, a lot of women are addicted to power. So if they can have the power, right, that will supplement for inadequacies. You know what I'm saying? That as long as I get to run this, as long as he listens to me, as long as he don't do this. Now, will you still lose respect for him? Yes. Will you still have disgruntled complaints? Yes. But his inadequacies could be made up by him listening to you, not being compatible with you, still sex game is good. He's still doing you good in bed, and y'all got kids together. Y'all say, okay, you know what? Even though I know I want more, and he hasn't met my total expectations, but I love my kids, and if I'm just going to leave him, and my kids be hurt by this, so you guys think about those things, right? In some cases, y'all hang in there, But let's best believe though, Zyrax, best believe if he better worship he better kiss that ring. He better keep continuing to do that. Because once again, the moment, and this is what black guys are struggling with, right? Because white guys and Asians, they just getting crushed. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're just like, okay, yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Honey, honey, honey. Honey bunches of love. Honey bunches of love. Yes, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Right? And you guys will, stay hanging there just a little bit. But don't let a nigga like me come through, though, and get contact with you, right? A high earner, a lot of nice cars, good looking, and I'm acquiescing to you. The house is in danger. Believe that. Believe that. And that's probably, I'm telling you, I know if I really would put my foot down, I'm going to give me a wife. Like, no problem. And that's why a lot of relationships, the marriages are still intact, because the guys that they want to take their women, if they're going to replace their husbands or their boyfriends, that nigga has to be better than him. He got to be better than him. That means he's got to be able to provide to them not only just a lifestyle, but he got to do everything else that her husband's doing better. He got to be better in bed, better at listening, all that stuff. I'm telling you, it ain't no household safe out here. There are women cheating every day. Every day. They got dudes they're creeping with, because once again, they're always looking for the opportunity to improve themselves. And a lot of them cheating because a lot of their husbands work a lot of hours and can't perform in the bedroom, like they used to. So then they go and get them a side, extramarital affair, and they get caught in their feelings. And then next thing you know.
Well, better work on it then.
Huh?
I said, better work on it then.
Can't. I mean, if he's working 12 hours to pay your motherfucking bills to make sure you and the kids are straight, by the time he gets home, his body is going to break. The body can only do so much when you're working a lot of hours or working a extreme amount of stress and all that shit at work to keep your family afloat. It's very difficult to perform the way you was in the beginning of the relationship. It's harder because especially the economy growing like it's growing and things coming more expensive. So that means he has to work more hours. He has to put in more work. When he gets home, then he got to deal with the kids. You know, the kids want their little attention. Then he has to look at you, and he got by the time he get to you, he got what, hour and a half left.
Excuses.
And now you're going to bed because then if you guys do have sex, is like what, 3 minutes tops because y'all haven't done it in a week. So he's only got, as soon as he enters, he's ready to let it go. And then his body is breaking out on top of that. Tired, needs rest. He's not going to be able to do a round 2, round 3, round 4. So you guys is like, all right, whatever. And you guys
Just blame yourselves, Dave. Blame yourselves then. If women have to take accountability, then men got to take accountability too.
That's not fair, Zyrox. The biology of life will always win. You cannot, your body's sleep deprivation is a deadly disease. It'll kill you sleeping on that road. So that's more important than you. Sleep deprivation is serious. That's more important than the family. Because if you don't sleep, you're gonna have a car accident or you're gonna die.
No,
so
that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so ain't no way. Work on that. What you mean work on that? My body only can do the body can only do so much. And you women are crazy to think that I'm still a fucking man. I can't do. Believe me. I want to please you 3, 4, 5 rounds, but shit, I had to work 60 hours this week so that I had to cover the extra expenses of the kids' soccer game. I had to also, you wanted the new stove or whatever, and some things. So I had to do all this for you guys. I had to sacrifice the sex with you to make sure you guys have everything y'all want and need. So yeah, it's no way I'm going to be able to get to you, maybe to the weekend. On the weekend, then I'm probably gonna sleep in a little bit more than usual because I'm trying to make up for sleep I lost because I'm trying to please you. So you guys are, very demanding. So once again, right, women are fatigued. Women fatigue is, to me, the number one problem in relationships and marriage in America, around the world. Around the fucking world. And then y'all don't want to share y'all money. Not saying you, Zara, because you're a stay-at-home wife, but the women who do make money, they still don't want his money's your money, but your money's your money. So women who can even, there was a thing, a woman, her husband was working all the hours and doing this, and she was taking from the pot. And then he was telling her, well, we're going to have to downgrade this house because of some reason, my calculation said I should be all right and have this much. But it seems like we're still struggling. And he come to find out the bank statements that she's been taking because she's got a plan B. So once again, right, you guys are when it comes to nuclear family, I believe you guys are the problem because you guys have these standards and these expectations that are never ending. And once again, that's not fair because you guys are the beneficiaries. And you guys be the beneficiaries and still complain about the relationships you run because you want to upgrade the level of your husband's earning potential and his bedroom performance and his listening to you. He ain't got time to listen to you all day. He ain't no therapist. He ain't no fucking therapist, but y'all want him to be one. Y'all want him to cater to that. Y'all want him to be the emotional dump, the dumpster. But once again, he has to work all these hours. It's just no way he's going to be able to stay awake for all this shit. There's no way. It's just impossible. So what y'all do? What do y'all do? Y'all go out and get friends. A lot of y'all go out and get work husbands. A lot of y'all go out and meet guys, the yoga instructor, the poor guy, the milkman. And he is that ear for you, and he turns you on. He makes your day skippy. Now, you ain't giving him none yet. You're like, oh, I'm not going to do that because my kids. No. But, man, if he keeps doing this, he's going to be deserving. I'm trying to tell you, you women are going to do what makes your happiness. And if that means the milkman going to have to come in and tap them skins on the days your husband can't, that will happen. That will 100% happen. Because women have their fucking needs and they care about it. All that, oh, I'm just going to be faithful because, even though I'm unhappy, I'm just going to be faithful. No. Most of you women got little things going on that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to supplement some shit. Y'all going to supplement some shit. And this is what you women do. Men do it too, but we largely do it because you guys don't want to do it. You guys have the time. But a lot of y'all don't feel like doing it. So we're like, oh. And plus we're paying all the bills, so we're looking like, damn, I might as well get another chick. But women, y'all are diabolical. You guys out here doing shit because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like I got to do what's best for me.
If you want to generalize all women, then I guess so.
I believe,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and this is why I'm generalizing all women, because I believe generally 100% all women are slave to their emotions and how they feel. I believe that's universal. Y'all may
Right, but then
prioritize.
we all. Well, no, yeah, I would, I will agree with you there. But then, what I disagree with is that we all, um, experience different emotions. The um, like like the problem may be the same, but then every woman deals with it differently. You
Right,
get what I'm
right.
saying? Like, is that
That's what I
cheating?
was
Like,
saying.
one may be sad, one may be angry, and one may be, okay. And so,
Yeah, I
but
do
then, yeah, we
believe.
do emotion. Yeah, we do operate off of emotions more than, yeah.
Yes, and I do believe that y'all prioritize different things. So
Yes.
I'm not. So that's why I was my caveat. So yeah, universally, you guys are enslaved to your emotions, universally, but y'all might prioritize different things in your emotions than other women. Some women might prioritize their beauty, right? Some women might prioritize their financial position. Some women might prioritize a sexual need. Some women prioritize attention. All you guys prioritize the same things, but levels, right? Some do more than others. So one woman might have a relationship. The man's giving her all the attention and everything, but she might prioritize financial contribution. She might be like, damn, he's holding me back. That's why I heard a girl tell me, yeah, I left a guy who had good sex, but he just wasn't doing it for me financially. Yeah, women will shut that shit down. Yeah. Then other women, they'll take the money, but the sex sucks. Oh, I'm out of here. I need my man. They go get them. They cheat for a little bit, then they leave your husband for the guy that's sexing them better. And the other women prioritize power. He ain't listening to me. Why he always going against me? And I say this, my way or the highway. And they'll leave. So once again, all the guys have all the same things in those emotional roller coasters, but just what y'all prioritize is a little different, varying from women to women. And that largely depends on what's most important to you.
Yes, our values and principles, if we have any.
Yeah. So, it is, that's why I'm heavy handed on you guys. That's why I'm heavy-handed on you guys, because, and once again, I'm not asking y'all to change. I'm not asking y'all to be different. I'm asking y'all to stand 10 toes down on it. That's what I'm saying. Say, I'm the problem. It's me. And that's what it is. Transparency to me is currency. And as long as y'all stand 10 toes on it, us men can understand that, okay, well, shit, I did the best I could. You know what I'm saying? I did everything in my power. And she's taking accountability for her not being patient or her being impatient or whatever. Then she has to do that. But once again, you guys don't like to do that in large. Most of you guys are, oh, it's his fault. He's not this and this, that. Y'all look for excuses, right? And then this is how you guys become easily influenced. Your friend group, oh, girl, you're beautiful. You deserve better. Oh, my goodness. He ain't the man he's supposed to be. But you never tell him the full story. You just tell him the story to make yourself look good. So they're going, yes, women. Oh, girl, you're beautiful. Go out there. Yeah, let's go. How about we go on a girls' trip? Girl, he look good over there. Yeah. Yeah, I had nothing good in a long time. My husband's worked too many hours. Tell you guys are the devil. And that's how the West was won. This is.
If you need to go through my Instagram, go ahead. I really don't have anything to hide. It's not like you don't already have my location. It's not like I haven't already given you the passcode to my phone. It seems like nothing works with you. And I refuse to be controlled through fear and insecurity. That is no way to live. And nothing is working. You put all these limitations and restrictions on me. It's like every time you have a thought, a negative thought associated with fear, whatever commitment we made to one another changes with your emotions. It's like I gotta spoon feed you every 2 weeks the same thing that we've already talked about. As far as I'm concerned, none of this helps. The damage is already done.
The damage is done. Okay. Well.
Yeah, sorry, Ruth. Yeah, I have a phone call. Yeah, I have a phone call, so I have to take.
Okay. You have a good day. I hope you learned something today.
Thank you so much for the talk. I enjoyed it very much. So, and of course, I'm me, I'm still gonna come around. So.
Yeah, I know you'll talk your shit, so that's fine. That's just. I ain't worried about that. Okay, I'm gonna shut this stream down. Thank y'all for coming. Hit the like button, subscribe. Hope you guys, people listening, only got 3, 4, 5 here and there. Hope you guys learned something from this.